Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Hello, all of our survivors in Free Fire. Welcome back to Tri-Nation Cup League Stage Day 2 today. And this event is brought to you by Garena Free Fire. I'm your host, Leslie, for the entire League Stage. And as well, I have two amazing casters. I have Emmeth and Danalee with me today. How are you all? Hi.
Hello.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I hope everyone that got inspired by yesterday's games got some lovely booyahs last night.
Yeah, and I hope today we're gonna have more good games. If better than yesterday. Oh my god, my English is so bad. Never mind.
It's
Don't
okay.
worry. It's all about fun, right? So as long as we have fun. So by the way, yesterday is really intensive. I can see, especially in Bermuda. Okay, Bermuda is like more of the comfort map to all of the teams. So we can see they're playing aggressively, but instead in Kalahari, it's a little bit more of passively playing to every team. So today I am actually pretty excited to see how they play in Purgatory. So before we starting the game one, right now we are going to have the full schedule and the full score from yesterday to give you a good head start. Let's go. Okay, so this is our entire grouping, which is in Group A, we have 4X-Men Esport, Genesis All-Star, LCMY Boss Crew, New Boys A, Sorry Meta Esport, and Supreme Assault Forces from Philippines. Group B, we have AV Elite, AXA Dream Team, Bloody Hate, Hard to Get, LCMY Gregory, and Raw Squad. In Group C, we have Auto Knockout, AKO, Baby Argon, Eclipse, Legend Rumble, No Escape, and Special Army MY. And this is our placement point when for every game that we play today in in Kalahari and Purgatory, as all of the booyahs you get, you can gain 20 points and you can grant it 17 for second place, third place with 15, fourth place 13, and coming on with consecutively 0 point for 12, and 2 points for every kills you get. All right, this is the schedule for our week 1, and we have passed through the 12th September, which is day 1 yesterday, and today is about the day 2. And as same usual, Group A will be playing against Group B at 1:10 later for the first map in Kalahari, and then they will continue with Purgatory at 1:35 right after Kalahari. Then Group B will be playing against Group C at 2:25, which is in Kalahari, and next one Purgatory. And as well, Group A will be playing against Group C at 3:40 at Kalahari, and as well Purgatory at 4 p.m. And this is all of our teams in Group A. And we have Group A, which is a very strong player teams, which is for X-Man Esport. They have players like Bayet, X1, and X Logan. They are playing pretty well yesterday. And Genesis All-Star, LCMY Boss Coup in Group A. In Group B, we have New Boys A, Sorry Meta Esport, and Supreme Assault Forces from Philippines. And this is Group B. We have AV Elite. They were performing really well, presenting the Philippines skills, in this whole entire tournament in day 1 yesterday. We are really looking forward how they are going to perform later in different map. And as well, Group B, we can see AXA Dream Team and Bloody Head as well performing really well from Philippines. As well, Group B, we can see Hard to Get as well. They got the first booyah yesterday and got a shock. We have a really good player, which is Batman, I guess. Is the MVP player, as you can see later. And in Group B, LCMY Gregory and Raw Squad. In Group C, we have Auto Knockout, which is the dark horse in this Group C as well. And Baby Argon as well is a dark horse. They were scoring with 2 booyahs. Very good, very well played. Eclipse as well in Group C. Legend Rumble, No Escape, and Special Army MY. So this is our top fragger for the whole day yesterday in day 1. We can see the first place, which is H2G Batman. As I said, he got 14 kills yesterday in one day itself, okay? That is really a well play and excellent play. As well, we can see number 2 having 12 kills, which is NOX Kick, and in kills 11 kills, which is at top 3, Argon Jabat, and No Escape Hazik got 11 kills. Tobex kills with 9 from 4 X-Men. And Hard to Get is the MVP for yesterday with survivor time 3,200, damage 5,300, 14 kills, and headshot 5. Player to watch out is definitely No Escape Hazik, okay? Hazik got really a lot of kills. Not only that, he's playing well in everything. He can do headshots as well. You can see 4 headshots in one game, another three for the upcoming games from yesterday. So survivor time as well is pretty long for him. And No Escape is definitely the team to watch out for today. And this is the overall standing in day 1, and we can see No Escape. Yep, the team to watch out, 140 points, dragging everyone far apart from them, okay, with 140 points in total in only day 1. And for X-Men Esport with 118, Baby Argon 114.
All right. Apparently, our host has been deceived. So again, this is the overall standing after finishing day 1, where No Escape is on top of the tables with 140. For X-Men, right nearby at number 2, number 3, that's Baby Argon. This is the top 3 as of right now. AV Elite, Hard to Get, and AXA Dream Team, they're closing by at 88, 88, and also 80. So then, how about the bottom, the next 6?
Yep, well, let's take a look at our bottom half, or at least the lower end of the brackets. Of course, there's going to be time for everyone to catch up. We have Auto Knockout sitting on 65 points, Supreme Assault of Forces sitting on 59, Bloody Head sitting on 49 points, actually tied with LCMY Gregory, also at 49 points. Raw Squad sitting behind by one less point, 48. And then we have LCMY Bosku at 43.
All right, next will be
Okay,
the
and first team we
bottom
have
six.
Eclipse. Okay, so Eclipse you can see with total standing point of 40, Legend Rumble 33, Special Army MY 33, New Boys A 31, Genesis All Stars 17, Sorry Meta Esport with 13 points standing. Okay, so we can see the overall scoring as well as the schedule for today. As I say, I'm pretty excited to see how they play in Purgatory because myself, I think it's a little bit harder compared to Bermuda, definitely. So, what is your opinion, MF and Danily, in this map today?
I think
So
for
I think,
purgatory. No, it's okay,
hang
it's
on,
okay. Ladies first, ladies first. I
ladies
must remember, ladies first. Because there's a
Me-
delay, I said quiet because I thought that you might go first.
It's okay. That's cats first.
Mhm.
Anyways, I think one of the biggest comments we sort of had yesterday was that, firstly, Purgatory, it's a huge map. It's actually going to be a lot bigger than Bermuda. Bermuda a little bit smaller than Purgatory. So we could be expecting a lot less action during the early game unless teams decide to try and invade some of those early looting spots. I know, Admas, you
Mhm.
said that this is Baby Argon's map.
Yeah, it's not only baby Argons, the Argon what you call it, Argon association as a whole. They are actually much stronger in Purgatory than Bermuda and also Kalahari. So we'll be maybe seeing some action coming from that team. However, we can't turn a blind eye to the others as well because during the qualifiers, team AV Elite and Hard to Get, they also dominated Purgatory and also gained a few booyahs from it as well.
Okay. So, by the way, but I heard that No Escape from MF that MF might think that No Escape probably won't perform that well, like such as Bermuda in Purgatory. So, what is that about?
Mm,
Like instead, is it because of in terms of gameplay or
no,
strategy
it's
or?
just the map is much bigger and it's more wide open rather than Bermuda. That's all.
Okay. So, is it that because I saw like usually people would jump off from the south part, so they would divide it into two parts, right, in this island.
Mm.
So everyone is basically jumping off from the south part. So why do you think like that is the golden place? Is it because of a lot of looting, or is it easier to kill there or something?
I mean, for the southern part of Purgatory, it's Central, Fire Brigade, and Lumber Mill. These three spots is actually a very good pathing way for players to traverse. And not only that, the loots coming in from Central, Fire Brigade, and also Lumber Mill is actually sufficient enough to for a particular team to survive in long fights. That's why a lot of people, even myself, I dropped down into Central, then making my pathway towards Fire Brigade and also Lumber Mill. And maybe that is the reason why there will be a few teams that will be dropping on the southern side of Purgatory, especially No Escape. And No Escape really loves to go down to Central.
So I think MF, if you play with all the teams, you basically already know like where will they be, right? It's like No Escape will be here, and another team will be here. Baby Argon will be there. That kind of
Mhm.
that studies and what you have ready is really important to me. I think because the more knowledge you know about the team, the easier you will play against them, right? So
Yeah, that's
when it comes to like southern part, so like we say Baby Argon is like the Argon team is basically the domain of this map. So where do you think they will be dropping off at first?
Brasilia.
Brasilia. Okay, okay. So that's the golden part for
I
them.
think lah.
Okay,
I
so
think.
that's the Bukit Argon, right? You say.
Nah, Bukit Agon is a different side.
Oh, it's a different. Okay, okay.
Bukit Agon is on a
So
different side.
where they drop is not where they going to conquer. Okay. Now I understand. Okay, so what about Danley? What do you think they will be preparing and or mindset that they are going to play in Purgatory?
Well, I think the mindset. So, Admaths was saying that there are a lot of places that teams are used to dropping, that they're comfortable to drop in. But because we're looking at a league, and of course, these teams they're fighting for points, there could be an option where they decide to play it safe and drop away from the hotspots, drop away so that they can safely loot, that they can also safely get those placement points. Because we've seen what happened where if you take those high risk drop points, sure, there's a chance you're going to get kills, but if you die first, you're also missing out on placement points. So ideally, for a team that's really, really needing those points, you also need the placement points on top of those kill points. So I don't think it's going to be uncommon for teams to decide, guys, we're going to have to change it for this game. We want to try and survive. We're going to drop away from the south point. Maybe they head up north. Who knows? It's up to the teams where they want to drop, or if anything, if they feel confident, maybe they can try and conquer the hotspots too. It's up to the teams. If there's one team that I'm going to look at that's going to want to fight early, it's going to have to be Baby Argon and No Escape. These two, we've already seen they've got the highest fraggers on their team so far after day one. So these teams are very, very bloodthirsty. If you're one of the lower end squads, I think for this point you're going to have to say, let's play it safe. Let's drop somewhere different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If I'm not the leading one, like No Escape and Baby Argon, I would definitely go to the north. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting them to come, or I will wait for the circle to be like smaller apart, and then we will be deciding later, right? That's the best move of that, right?
Well, some
And as
teams
well,
have been
we
doing that already. Yeah, some teams have
Yeah,
already been
that's
doing it. I think in particular, one team I noticed that really follows the circle. The strat is that Bloody Head. We always see the team play on the edge of the circle because they don't want to get involved in early conflict.
Correct. There's also a team, Special Assault Force also loves to play on the circle. LCMY Gregory loves to play on the edge of the circle. Who else? There's also Eclipse. Yeah, another team, Eclipse, also loves to play with the circle.
Okay, so let's see what will they do. And as said, like Eclipse, LCMI, Gregory, they love to drop at the side of the circle, but maybe today they would change their plan, right? So we have no idea what is their plan now, or what is ahead of what is going to happen later. So they will be like, okay, now we change our plan immediately or something, So let's see what will be happening later. And as well, I would like to ask some about Kalahari. So yesterday we played Kalahari, right? So we see different team playing Kalahari, and they are really playing in passive way. They are scared of coming out from somewhere, They only stay in where they were, and until the circle, till the really small end, like the last circle. So what do you think about today? Will they be more aggressive, you think?
Nah. I mean, they will be aggressive when the circle, like the third last circle, then we only see real aggression, because Purgatory, as even said by Daniel, is the largest map among all. So it's hard for us to find any kind of interaction between the teams, because most of the time.
Sorry. I mean Kalahari. Sorry, MF.
Oh, sorry, Kalahari. Okay, Kalahari. Nah, I think it's similar to yesterday as well. Yesterday, yeah, where we see a lot of action actually happening on the final 3 circles. Because again, even though Kalahari is the smallest map among all, but it's only like tiny bit smaller than Bermuda. So the what you call it, the main frame of how the action is going to happen is similar to Bermuda, where usually it's just like the final 3 or 4 circles left, then only we see much more interaction, rather than the early games where if we're lucky enough to see 2 squads clashing over a particular area, then only we see an interaction.
Yeah, I think looking at Kalahari as well, if we compare Bermuda and Kalahari, it really is king of the hill, right? Whoever has the high ground is the team that has the advantage. And we've seen, for example, I think one of the best examples was Baby Argon getting eliminated. I think it was the second team eliminated on one of the Kalahari maps. So one of the favorites was eliminated just because another team had that high ground. So I wouldn't be surprised if teams play passively but try to secure themselves a safe position going into those last couple of circles, because I think No Escape probably did the best thing possible in I think it was the map that they won. Yeah, it was their first Kalahari map. They won because they basically had the high ground for the entire game. They never had to leave because they had the superior high ground. What can you do? There's no way you can contest that.
Okay. All right, so I just got a new update, which new boys actually just got DQ because they are not showing up in this competition anymore. Okay, so now before we getting started in the first game, by the way, I need to give a gentle reminder to all of our players in this FFTC. If you're not showing up, you will be DQ'd straight. And as well, you really have to catch up your points. It's because Kalahari and Purgatory is as well very important in this tournament because in league stage you can see every day too they will be playing Purgatory and Kalahari. So if you wanted to get the big chunk from the total prize pool of 50,000 US dollar, you really have to get consistent and work hard in every map. Okay. So before we are going to kickstart the first game, and I will pass the mic to MF and Danley right after the advertisement. As well, remember, all the viewer, we will be having the code later to get your free stuff in Free Fire. So stay tuned, and I'll see you soon later.
Tapi dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Untuk mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan ditekan. Dan
You thought you knew my story. This world is unjust and cruel. I won't know more of it. That's why you're here. They say you like to pry, but I only see curiosity. People call you reckless. I see you of no fear, where others see your arrogance. I only see grit. They call you sly and hasty, but you bring the quick wit. Why are you here? For a bank. Biggest of all. We're taking back what's been stolen. And it will be the greatest heist you ever joined. Get ready for Plan Bermuda.
E seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Gorilla.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso.
Dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan juga ditekan. Dan dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan juga ditekan. Dan dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan juga ditekan. Dan
una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso.
thought you knew my story. This world is unjust and cruel. I want no more of it. That's why you're here. They say you like to pry, but I only see curiosity. People call you reckless. I see you of no fear, where others see your arrogance. I only see grit. They call you sly and hasty, but you bring the quick wit. Why are you here? For a bank, biggest of all. We're taking back what's been stolen, and it will be the greatest heist you ever joined. Get ready for Plan Bermuda.
E seppellire la sui montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Gorilla.
And we're back, guys. Hello, sorry for the delay. There was some technical difficulty in terms of the lobbies, and also again, New Boys A has been disqualified from our tournament because they did not show themselves in our lobby, and not only that, they will be banned from any Garena tournaments for the next 3 months. So starting off for game number 1 is going to be me, Ant-Man, and Denali. So Denali, are you ready?
I'm ready, but I hope our viewers are ready as well because we have our code down below. I hope you've already submitted the code because that was for 2 of our Flame AK boxes. I hope you managed to get them, and if you do, congratulations. If you did miss out though, we've got some more codes later today, so do stick around to the stream because we have plenty more things to give away to you, lovely viewers. Now, let's drop onto the map. We're going to be starting off on Kalahari, Admats.
Yeah, Kalahari. By the way, guys, for those who are watching, I know there are some Filipinos in the live stream. Hello, Hello, Salahat. Sana ay mayo na kayo. Ponorin at nanti kung sino ang magagig ang pinakamahasa. Ito ba ang Pilipinas? Makikita natin. Alright, guys. So
Did you just learn Tagalog for this?
Yes, just I mean every time I know there's a lot of Filipinos in the live stream, I speak some of Tagalog. But yeah, however, talking about Philippines, it looks like a ZJ from Bloody Head manages to get first blood. I think it's a kill towards Meta Squad, which is right outside command post.
Yep, looks like they're actually getting a lot more action out here as well. But for now, we're going to be watching Hard to Get. They are right next to GS. Although it looks like they don't quite have vision of anyone. They're still kind of looking around, but it seems like they do know somebody is around. There they go. Frank? Be careful there. So if I'm not mistaken, Batman actually has our highest kill so far for the fragger list, right?
Yeah, 3,500 damage, 14 kills with 4 headshot. H2G Batman.
So got to be careful with Batman as he has a lot of potential to get some of those kills in. He's on the roof, and I don't know if they know where he is as of yet though, because if you take a look at where everyone is for GS, they are right underneath him.
Yeah, Genesis is right underneath. I think they heard Batman's footstep. I think they knew that Batman is on the roof because there was a grenade thrown towards the roof to make sure or to see whether Batman is there or not. But apparently Batman covered his steps over, so Genesis might not know now if Batman is still on top of that roof.
I want to know if Batman shows himself though. It looks like he does. Shows himself to Frank. So they still know that he's on the roof. This is going to be quite tough for Genesis. It won't be easy to leave if they just try and leave Batman.
So Batman sees one actually gets the fire shot in. He goes down and he will be taken out from the count. So there you go. First kill for H2G by Batman. 2 points over there inside.
Not surprising. This guy loves those kills. So
Bayfront, hard to get, and also Team Genesis still trying to find spots where they can actually do some pixel shots here and there, but finally Batman makes a move after Ren comes in.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to make them think that Ren is actually Batman. It's actually a pretty smart move if that works out. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at Gregory. It seems like they've got a free map so far. They're sort of running around, going to continue looting. So I don't think we're going to be seeing much action, but they are looking to get the higher ground. So I think we might be seeing Gregory just camp out here for a little bit until they can figure out where the circle is going to end up.
True. And most of the time in Kalahari, the final circle, like up towards the final circle, usually it covers refinery as well. That's why it's a good place. So, sorry, Meta, out for the count. First team to be eliminated, as they have been found here by Team Bosco.
That's 3 kills for Bosco as well. So 6 points already for the first round of the day. We're pretty happy with that.
And if you guys actually watched my post analysis live stream yesterday, I did talk about where it's gonna be very troublesome if you are left, if you are the only one left in the team, because again, I think in this tournament FFTC, kills is highly prioritized rather than placement points. So if you are left alone in your team, it's gonna be quite an impossible task for you to do some kills. But talking about kills, Bosco, Kachi, and Force might be lost here soon.
Yeah, Supreme Assault actually getting that down just now. But it looks like we're going to be mostly watching this camping mission here. It's going to really suck to be Genesis here because you're kind of stuck in the building. You can't move unless you get rid of hard to get, or if you can somehow outmaneuver them. Worst case scenario, they lose a couple members to get out, but I think here you got to commit. But hard to get are in such a good position. I think we spoke about this during the pre-show as well. Kalahari is essentially a game of King of the Hill. If you have the high ground, you have the advantage.
And in command post, it's Gregory. They might intersect together with Bloody Head. But Bloody Head, it looks like they have fallen back just a little bit. But still right around command post. Okay, they saw Yan. However, Yan, almost get that. A knockdown. Finally gets the knock on towards a member of Bloody Head. I believe that is Fox. Fox will be killed instantly. The backup came in a little bit late here. Yan is on top of the tower. Shotgun is not in properly. One more shot is not enough. So the cover blew up by Mark. Gives room for Yan to actually maneuver. Yan has an XM, actually has an M10 for each. The gunfire blew up. Meanwhile, his teammate just got killed, just got a kill on the flank. You as well, will be knocked down by Mark, who is now on top of the tower. Yan is still struggling, trying to find space, but finally, maybe, oh no, could not get the shotgun in. He has to go up back again. Meanwhile, ZJ at the back tries to give as much support as he can, but Gregory actually falls back after manages to get 2 kills from Bloody Head.
That was such a good blue wall as well, actually denying that kill to Gregory. They could have potentially lost a member there, but very, very smart plays, very, very conservative with the walls as well. They're still trying to go for it though, Bloody Head. They need to defend themselves for Gregory, but it looks like maybe both teams are looking to avoid confrontation here. It's actually going to be Gregory that leaves.
Gregory, I think they know that it's going to be quite hard for them to penetrate Bloody Head because ZJ is in another tower. So if they were to actually engage on towards Mark, then ZJ will have an open fire for the other members of Gregory. So it's a smart move from LCMY Gregory to actually just fall back after 2 kills.
Yep. We're still looking at the stalemate between Genesis and Hard to Get. I don't think they're going to be leaving that building anytime soon, but this is one weird way to play the game. Just figure out what to do.
So now,
It's
I think most of the places, I mean, a lot of places where that's players, it's a stalemate. Players are not trying to get any kind of engagement towards each other. So most of the time, it's just like they just wait out and see what's going to happen. But speaking of engagement, Mancha has been
down.
knocked.
Yeah, and no one's actually able to get the res on him, so it looks like he's actually just going to be eliminated there.
All right, still, HTG watching over Genesis. And meanwhile, Gregory, they did not actually fall back entirely. They did not actually exited command posts. So they're still around. It's just that maybe they just want a little bit of a room between them and also Bloody Head.
They could maybe be hoping that Bloody Head make a move at some point and then they can just try and backstab them as they pass by, but it's not working so far because Bloody Head are sitting tight as well. not moving either. Gonna go back to this engagement here. Oh, looks like the fight has finally broken out.
H2G manages to go in with the push. Genesis tries to go out. Thompson by Void Fade. Yes, that final kill. And hard to get. Gets 4. And the best part is, not a single member was damaged in that fight.
Yep, so that's going to be Genesis eliminated, unfortunately, but for hard to get, of course, that's going to be 8 delicious points for them, and of course, to have 4 flingers still, that's great for your placements as well. Oh my god.
4 X-Men has been mowed down here by Absolute Vendetta, AV Elite. However, AV Elite has lost their so precious support Insanity. Meanwhile, DT, AXA DT, is fighting it off against Eclipse. Right around near Bayfront. So not Eclipse, Aurora squad. But it looks like Raw squad might win this quarrel right here as Superman and Toby has been knocked down. Wise and XGen is the only one left here from Dream Team. Superman again knocked for the second time in a row. Wise tries to reposition. Meanwhile, Raw squad, who is in the upper hand right here, actually just wait to see what's going to be the next step for DT, but apparently DT has to leave Toby alone as the 3 remaining members has fallen back from that fight. So as of right now, 8 teams, 25 players still alive. I'm not so sure what's going to happen next.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta play safe, and if that means leaving someone behind, as long as your team can still remain alive, that's probably the best option that you could hope for. So for AXA Dream, they're going to have to continue on with only 3 members, and because of that as well, they only got 1 kill. To lose a teammate, but to only get 1 kill out of it as well, that is not a favorable trade. You would at least like to get a couple kills if you're going to lose a team member, but sometimes you just have to make those sacrifices. Now, of course, we are looking at Hard to Get, and Hard to Get, they are hunting. These guys are actually looking to just continuously hunt teams down.
And judging the way they play on this first map here, I think Hard to Get is having a swell of a time actually, because all members are still alive. And they got a very early 4 kills right here, and they're still hunting again. So I think today, Hard to Get is on form in terms of, by comparing to what they are yesterday.
Yeah, I could totally agree. They're really on point today, especially with these kills. But let's see if they can continue with this streak. Of course, they were trying to at least get some pot shots off onto Supreme Assault Force, but they weren't able to knock anyone down as of yet. So, of course, both teams are going to have to just get themselves into position. Now, of course, for Bloody Head, they are looking at their last member here. It is Mark. He is alone. They've only got 3 kills across the board for their team. So for Mark, his job is to survive. He needs to be... He needs to James Bond this game. He has to make sure he doesn't get caught. But of course, if you're going to reveal yourself like that, that is totally fine. If he gets a kill, that's okay as well.
Yeah, an attempt here by Mark. Tries to get a kill onto HDG. However, now he's working back at Raw Esports. Yeah, providing pressure fire towards Dream Team, who is actually hiding and proning behind a scrap car.
But Admap, take a look at the map. We might be seeing a third-party team coming in as well.
Yep, there's another team coming in, team number 7, which is I'm not so sure. Number 7 should be.
We'll find out in a minute.
SAF. SAF coming in from for the third party. Gets the 2 knocks down there. SAF with 4 kills right here as the circle is now closing in, and Special Force gets 8 points right here, but might lose. 1 tap soon. No, never mind. 1 tap is still alive. So, Special Assault Forces gets that third party in. 4 kills towards the bags. Roy Esports now has to run as the circle is closing in. Meanwhile, SAF is still playing around. McRory will be knocked down due to the fact that he has fired and also has been pressured by the circle. And SAF, 1 by 1 drop dead, and 1 tap dies to the circle, eliminated. Though they come in as a third party, but they
got punished.
In the end, they got punished over their, I think, good and bad judgment. I can't even differentiate either it's good or bad. But
it's hard to
Raw
say because,
squad.
Yeah, it was hard to say what was the decision there because it seemed like they wanted to try and go in, get a quick third-party kill, and then sort of play on the outside of the safe zone and maybe try and maybe if they lose 1 or 2 people, it's fine because you're able to keep 2 other members, but no one was able to find a safe spot. And to get picked off like that, high risk, high reward. Sometimes you have to make those decisions, but every now and again, that decision is going to get your team killed.
H2G now on 7 kills. I'm not so sure where did they get the other 3 kills though. But judging from where they are, it's from the teams around them. He has a spot on towards Raw spot. Chia gets that knock on towards Jun. Jun will provide the 8th kill here for Hard to get. Still spraying on the same spot as View is right behind there. Last member from Raw will be eliminated, but sadly it was killed by Lai from Gregory. With that, H2G know there is another team nearby.
Hard to get, looking fantastic. They've got 4 members alive, and of course, as you saw in the corner just now, Bloody Head, their last remaining member, Mark, he is still James Bonding this game. He's going to try and survive, but of course, he still has to contest against Gregory, and of course, AV as well. AV are more than alive, although I think they're only sitting on 3 members. Although, looks like there is a bit of an engagement there with AV.
All right. Absolute Vendetta is actually trying to engage towards Lai. But Lai has fallen back into command post. And as of right now, you can see that Gregory is the only team that is inside the circle. Oh, this is going to be bad. I'm not so sure why Gregory's teammate actually dropped that supply box at the entryway of the... Yeah, hard to get again. Another kill. It's down towards Mark. So Bloody Head is out for the count. So 4 teams left with 12 members still alive. And whoa, I was about to say this. I was about to talk about that. Why did they block their own exit? One M79 grenade and they're done. So now with three teams left, we're gonna see who will get the booyah. Bosco, H2G, or Team AV. It's 1 Malaysian, 2 Philippines. H2G is in a very good form here. They are inside the new circle. Sawi is trying his best to try to push it together with his teammates. H2G is right beside Team Bosco. Meanwhile, AV is actually near the crates outside of command post. Batman gets 2 knock on with AV. Tries to get the elimination there, and there you go. 11 kills for H2G now. 2 players left for LCMY. Bosco. That is the only thing that is blocking H2G from getting the booyah. There you go. Engagement has been done, and there you go. Booyah has been called. 15 kills to H2G. Hard to get.
And Mats, you said it. You were saying hard to get. It seems like this is their day. This is their match. And you're not wrong. Absolutely right. Hard to get. They managed to get so many kills. Their positioning was perfect. And of course, they preserved all 4 of their members' lives. And of course, going into the late game, the more members you have, the easier it is to contest your opponents. So hard to get. They're looking amazing on Kalahari today.
Man, yeah. Judging from how they traverse to the map, that stalemate with Genesis, the way the planning or the strategy by the team, I could really see from early on that they might be able to actually get the booyah. And not only that, they played the kill game again. 13 kills altogether, if I'm not mistaken. 13, it might be more, it might be slightly less. But 26 points just from kills with 20 points from booyah. That's 46 just from the first game.
They've got to be feeling so happy with themselves for today's performance. Of course, this is only game 1 of our second day of the league so far. This is Kalahari. Of course, we are going to be moving off onto our new map for today. Of course, this is not new for you guys. We're going to be jumping onto Purgatory. But of course, this is the first time that we're going to be seeing these teams play on Purgatory. And I think it'll be interesting because I want to know how the teams kind of approach Purgatory. Are they going to do the same old, what they used to, drop in their favorite spots, or could we maybe see some shenanigans?
I think for the first day or the first time they play Purgatory, maybe they will be dropping at their comfort spots. Right, like for example, No Escape going to Central, H2G might be dropping near to Forge, or Brasilia will be for Baby Argon. But as time passes, as weeks goes by, I think they might change their plan here and there. So we just have to see. Again, expectation for me is they're going to play comfortably for the first time around. But things will change.
Yeah. I think this was a bit of a surprise day as well, because yesterday, Foreman, they managed to get 2 booyahs, but they got eliminated pretty quickly today. They didn't really
I
get to
think
show
they got
themselves. They didn't
yeah.
get too many kills, so I'm not kind of sure what happened. Maybe they kind of got unlucky with their positioning because, again, we've spoken about Kalahari. It's all about positioning.
And plus, they were eliminated in a place where they were open to get shot from all sides. They were not in any kind of compound. They were not in any kind of areas that has a lot of cover. So that's why maybe for X-Men got dropped early in our game just now. Because you see how they when we were talking about for X-Men, Manchai got knocked. They were actually pinned by 2 squads, front and back.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to find out. Of course, we are waiting for the lobby to get ready for Purgatory. So, for anyone that's watching, do stick around. We are going to be jumping into the match in just a moment. But coming into this game, we probably have to make some predictions as well. Who do you think is going to have an easier time on Purgatory for groups A and B?
Oh, this is going to be hard. I think it's going to be another hard to get map.
I think it's hard to get.
Mm-hmm. I believe. H2G Lang Malacca. So, I think, from the morale that they got from game number 1, I think that morale will transfer to game number 2, which is going to start real soon. So, I think hard to get will really be trying their hardest to actually get this one. And I believe they can get another Booyah on this. That's just my prediction.
Well, we'll see if Hard to Get are able to pull off a second Booyah in a row. So far, we've had no teams pull off 2 Booyahs in a row. We have seen teams pull off Booyahs. I want to see if we might potentially get 3 Booyahs for a squad today because we've already got a couple teams. I think 2 teams qualify. Baby Argon and 4 X-Men. Both teams are currently sitting on 2 Booyahs. So we could be looking at a third, but of course, there's no Baby Argon in this matchup, but we do have 4 men, and we'll have to see if 4 men have a better shot this round as well because they got eliminated very, very early.
Yeah, that's true. So Purgatory, bigger map, more time for us to actually talk because most of the time players are not interacting with each other. Hotspot will be Brasilia, Central, maybe Forge, ? And also Maboworks. I will target a few teams that will be around Central, Fire Brigade, and also Lumber Mill. Crossroad and Moat House will be favored to a few, but I'm still not so sure because plans will change, people can change, teams can change. So maybe coming in from the first map, teams would try to do something new, or maybe they just stick to their old ways and do the old ways things.
Yeah, and now, of course, we're going to have to see who plays on the edge of the bubble as well, because we've seen a lot of teams, they love to play around the middle, they love to go for those kills, it's so hard to get, they stuck around in the middle. Of course, we are going to be jumping into our second match of the day. It says Kalahari here, but I do believe this is Purgatory for anyone that's tuning into the broadcast. This is our second game of Group A and B, and of course, here's the drop, and look at how many teams are dropping in that South Point.
Central, there might be 2 teams over there.
We'll take a look in just a moment. Oh, there's a lot of teams dropping here. This is going to be good. I want to know who drops in the northern point, if anyone decides to go up to those the northern sections at all to try and avoid some of that conflict and get some of those points from the placements. But so far, everyone's going more towards the southern points, it seems. We've got 4 X-Men. They are on the southwest side of the map. So it looks like they'll be alone, but Bloodyhead going to be jumping into their own zone as well. Looks like Bloodyhead are going to be avoiding contact this match. Again, maybe playing around the outer circle.
Okay, and speaking of Bloodyhead, this morning I had time to play with ZJ.
Ooh.
Yeah, on my live stream, this morning. So I played with ZJ. He has good aim. I really like how he aims. I really like how he shout call and also give information. So shout out to ZJ Bloodyhead. Thank you for playing with me this morning.
Looks like we're going to have a little bit of conflict here. We've got Sorry Meta going up against Hard to Get. Now, this is going to be a very scary confrontation for Sorry Meta. I think once they realize it's hard to get, they're going to think, oh, okay, guys, maybe we should avoid this.
Yeah, but I think most of the time players will be a little bit more careful. But it seems that not Hard to Get. Sorry Meta is being a little bit more aggressive here. You can see how the members are spread out. In contrast to Hard to Get, everyone is actually inside the same building.
Yeah. We've got Batman sitting on the high point of the house as well. Going to have the high ground vision to spot teams out. But I think Ida, he kind of knows that someone's up on the roof. So he might be able to snipe out Batman. If he can, Batman is the highest fragger so far. So that will actually eliminate a lot of the aggressive potential from Hard to Get.
I mean, it's gonna be hard with that Scar Titan in his hand. Meanwhile, Batman only has Batman has actually a sharper weapon to actually get that shot in, because in comparison to an M14, Scar L is the likeliness for you to get a headshot is slightly lower than an M14. So in that situation, most likely Batman will be the one that has the better aim, and also the position that Batman was in is actually covered much more than what that member is covering from.
So it looks like it's going to be another stalemate here. Whoever Hard to Get lands with, that one always seems to be a stalemate. Now we've got 4 X-Men. They are going to be moving together as a group. They did drop away from everybody, so they've got more or less a free time to loot, get those items, and get themselves ready for the first circle. So looks like 4 men, they're going to be A-okay. Gregory looks like they got another free spot to loot for themselves as well. It looks like a lot of teams are actually going to try and avoid confrontation. The only teams that are kind of stuck together is actually going to be Hard to Get and Sorry.
True. It's a normal situation you see in Brasilia. It's not only in tournaments but as well in public games where Brasilia teams they just camp it out in the a few houses that's inside there. But it looks like Meta and H2G making some shots inside Brasilia. And talking about shots, there you go. Batman takes down Miral. Miral will be eliminated.
First blood.
And then there you go. First blood taken up by H2G for the second time in a row.
Not really able
As
to
I
do
was
too much
saying.
damage though.
As I was saying, Scar L, it's gonna be hard to actually get that angle shot, because where Ida was sitting is actually a very bad spot to do some window shots with the Scar.
Yeah, there's not really too many options you have here for Sorry Meta. That's just, they're stuck here. You can't retreat. There's not really too much cover, minus all of these trees, but the trees in the buildings. But of course, we know how Hard to Get and love to play. If they see anybody running, they will get those shots and they will look for those kills. In the meantime, we're going to look at AXA Dream Team, and of course, it looks like they are looting for free. It looks like they're quite spread out as well. They've only got 2 members here, so it looks like they are spreading out to continue on with their looting journey. We've got AV Elite here as well, also looting for free. It's just this confrontation here between Sorry and Hard to Get. The question is, does Sorry eventually avoid the conflict, or do they decide to stick around and just say, guys, we're going to try and go for 1, maybe 2 kills under Hard to Get. If we lose here, it doesn't matter. We've done our job.
But if you monitor the minimap, H2G, the other 3 members actually falling back. Not falling back, more like they're going to find loot, while they left 1 member to monitor Sorry Meta from inside Brasilia. So Hard to Get does not want to waste too much time. So the other members go try to find more for the team, and the one last member left in Brasilia, that guy will receive maybe like a few stuff from their friend and be delivered to him. So that's a good strategy done here by H2J. Then oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, luckily.
Don't mind us, we're fine.
I thought that maybe that error will actually cause the observer to disconnect, but nope, all good.
That's what I was worried about too. All right, so we're looking at AV Elite here, and it looks like we're going to be seeing maybe a potential confrontation. I can't quite see who that is on the map. Is that Bloody Head?
I think so, yeah. Bloody Head's in the field.
Yeah, so we could be seeing AV Elite going up against Bloody Head in the field.
Yep. No, that's Team Bosco. That's Bosco.
Oh, it's Bosco.
And also Bloody Head in the same area.
Okay. So, oh man, we're looking at a 3-way fight here. Looks like I got a couple shots
though. Easy pickings for Team AV Elite. I think Team Bosco did not expect that AV is making their way there. And G-Boy gets the final kill onto Savi. But Team Bosco still have 1 member left. And that
just
guy
manages to get out.
Yeah. Poor guy, man. Left alone. Can't do anything about the team anymore.
Hard to Get still camping this zone as well, making sure that Sorry are not really able to leave.
But they actually
yeah, it
fallen
looks
back
like.
already.
But look at this though, 4-men, they're actually going to pass on by. I'm wondering if 4-men might actually be able to clash with Hard to Get as well. Maybe this could be the opening for Sorry if 4X actually managed to engage into Hard to Get. We'll find out though, because of course they don't have any vision of Hard to Get yet. But of course, we know Sorry knows where Hard to Get is.
All right, so AV is on the spot. This is the Brasilia Hill, because this particular ledge actually gives preview towards Brasilia as a whole. Meanwhile, right under them is actually Sorry Meta taking refuge in the two houses right under the Brasilia Hill. Sorry, Ida is still camping inside Brasilia. She can't move.
Yeah. Oh man, everyone's moving in towards the zone. Sorry, Meta hasn't even moved. They have basically lived here for the entirety of the game.
Oh, meanwhile, DT making an engagement towards a team, towards Team AV. They have found AV at the ledge of Mount Brasilia, and I think DT is gonna commit over this. Yep, they're gonna commit. AV has to actually accept this commitment. Grenade towards G-Boy, running very low. There you go, shots fired from left and right. DT conquering from the top side. Lady AV, X-Gen gets G-Boy knocked down. The wall is there, but was not covering G-Boy. G-Boy has been outed by a Dream Team. They're still around. Even Superman has the time to even put a med kit over there. Here comes the rush by Superman with an AUG, but he will fall down towards the MP40. That is a very bad mistake by Superman, but it's fine, as AV Elite will be eliminated by AXA Dream Team, and the DT team gets 4 kills with the sacrifice of Superman being dead.
Double kill.
And it looks like as well, AXA Dream, they are the kill leaders as well, sitting on 4 kills. So we're already seeing how few teams currently have died in this matchup, as everyone's playing very passively and really just trying not to look for any kills at all. We're actually going to be taking a look at Supreme Assault Force just now. They don't have any kills on them at all, but they are, well, they've been looting for free. I think if anything happens, they are more than ready to fight. They've got all the items that they need. They're ready for that final circle.
Alright, so with AV Elite gone quite early, this is gonna damage them in terms of points allocation here for day number 2, as AV Elite, the team that gains the 3rd place on the previous map in Kalahari, has gained the 11th place. Yeah, they are the first team eliminated, am I correct? AV Elite.
I think so, yeah, because no one's really fought at all. I think one team almost got fully eliminated. Was it Gregory?
Bosco.
I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, it was it
Bosco.
Bosco that still has that one remaining member?
Yeah, so yeah, sad to see that AV Elite is the first team eliminated in Purgatory.
Oh, looks
So
like
now
4X are actually going to converge onto
yeah.
Gregory.
I'm not so sure if the observer catch that, because 4X-Men and Gregory, they were actually in the same particular house. Yep.
All right, excellent. Here we go. The thing is, can Gregory catch out 4X-Men with their pants down?
I think so.
Let's see what the plan is here for Gregory, if they're able to get some kills onto 4X-Men. If they can kill 4X-Men here, this would be huge, because of course not many teams have been eliminated. This will actually put 4X-Men down quite low in the ratings as well. And of course, because there haven't been many kills as well, they won't have too many kills to their name either. So we'll see what happens here, but of course we're going to still look at Hard to Get. They are still in the same zone. Sorry, Meta has not moved. They're not able to move. The landlord is here to collect the rent, but Sorry says, I'm sorry, we don't have the rent, sir.
You know, 4X-Men has diverged on towards Brasilia through the backside of this particular town. 4K Manchai has an M79, but he does not want to take it now. Again, 4X-Men, similar to yesterday, uses supply boxes drop as means of getting their loot. And you can see the blue beams, that is the supply box dropping down by the players.
Let's see if anyone makes a move.
Because this is the way for X-Men loot. Supply boxes. So that is why we see how for X-Men it's very mobile in terms of movement, because they will never stay at one spot for way too long unless they know that spot is clear for them. Once the spot is clear, they will do supply box drops here and there. That's why they can actually get loot despite being always on the move.
Yeah,
Here's
so
the
got a
replay
replay
from the
here.
previous fight.
Yeah, the elimination of AV Elite.
I don't know, the execution by DT was good, but the defensive maneuver by AV was a little bit messed up. I think it's because of the glue walls that has been set up by DT sets up a very good engagement for the Dream Team to go for AV. Plus, it looks like AV was trapped in that wooden house, so it's just they had to pray on mercy towards Dream Team on that particular situation. But Dream Team knows that kills are more important than placements, so they have to go for that wipe. 4 kills, 8 points actually for Dream Team, despite losing the opponent.
Oh, Bloody Head actually going to knock down there onto Genesis. I've actually managed to get that kill there onto Fire. That's going to be him eliminated. Bloody Head doing Bloody Head things. They love to play around that circle, but remember, Genesis also love to play on the edge.
Yep, Genesis camping inside. Lost 2 members, I think. Now Bloody Head gonna go for the engagement on towards Frank. Frank is inside the big green mansion right here. Pass by towards Blink. Blink sees it. Oh, this is the snipe. But has the M14 to be used as a close range weapon. Sees one gets a shot in. Nicely done there. But could not get the end as Frank is playing ring around Rosie. Finally has been found by Pogs. And that is the second kill be picked up here by Bloody Head from Philippines.
Frank tried his best. He tried to juke like a god, but of course he had to be the one to pay the price. Star and May did manage to get out, so they didn't lose their whole team, but of course they're down to 2 members here. So for Genesis, they're just going to have to keep on playing safe, keep on playing around the edge. But one thing they do need to do is avoid Bloody Head, because this is one of the issues where if teams play a similar style, you are going to encounter them. If you are aggressive and you know you're playing up against another team that's aggressive, somehow, some way, you will find each other all the time. And we're already seeing this issue with Bloody Head and Genesis. Genesis, they play on the edge. Bloody Head play on the edge.
And now we're looking at Gregory trying to defend their place as much as they can, as grenade has been thrown towards the second floor. Meanwhile, outside, SAF gatekeeping here, actually gatekeeping Gregory from entering the circle, but as well doing the same thing. Bloody Head. There's a few KS that has been done. Genesis finally has been eliminated as Me dies towards the circle. H2G is actually fighting against SAF. SAF, H2G, same area. And H2G, I believe they are on 6 kills right now. Dream Team making their move from the high ground of Brasilia. H2G still in the same town with Gregory as well. But inside the circle, you can see hard to get 4X-Men and making their way DT and also Raw squad into Brasilia.
Yeah, so things are starting to get really tight here as the safe zone just gets smaller and smaller. There's just not enough real estate for all these players. We're still sitting on 26 players alive, 8 teams remaining. Oh goodness, Blake actually getting taken down there. He actually just wanted to move around, but being taken out by Jeff.
Alright, so Blink or Blank, I'm not so sure, dies off. Now Pogs is the only one left. There's one vocal, there's now one vowel missing, that's why. Blink or Blank, I'm not so sure.
We'll find out.
So SAF will be the next team eliminated. Raw squad is still alive. Pogs is still doing his best to gain as much points as he can before he dies off. But nope, there will be no hope here for Pogs. Pogs will die to the circle. And Hard to Get is still alive here, Daniel Lee. And they are moving towards Gregory towards Meta, my bad.
Yep, they're still alive and they're still going. Poor Sorry Meta still hounded in that same building, still unable to pay that rent.
Shut down.
Oh, Rory squad has been eliminated. Oh, but the M79 to the face. View didn't expect the M79 to be there. H2G is still there. They are fighting against 4X-Men this time. But 4X-Men has some pressure as well from the back by Sorry Meta. H2G, all 4 members conquering Brasilia well, but Void Face has been knocked and killed here by 4X-Men Manchai.
Everyone's going to have to make a move soon as the circle has been
Yes.
decided. They've got 6 seconds to start moving, and of course, as the circle gets smaller, they've got to use all of their resources, all their walls, all their guns, all their shots, and of course, for any teams that are barely surviving, they got to keep on surviving. Here we go, hard to get. They've got 3 members alive, slowly moving in.
And sorry, Metakama gets the final kill on towards the last member of Gregory. Now it's only 3 teams left. Nice double headshot by Batman. Mencopot 4X1 inside that house. Iwan Soleh has no choice but to be revived. Meanwhile, 4X-Man slowly mowing down H2G. Only Batman is left. And sorry, Meta is still waiting on the side. Things are not looking good here for H2G. Grenade has been thrown. Will be near to Batman, but... Whoa! Nice thrown grenade here by 4X. He got it. He got a grenade. Comes in nicely. Now, hope for team 4X-Man. They have a higher chance to get the booyah here. But sorry, Meta is trying their best to actually not give the booyah towards 4X-Man. Bayat goes down and he has been shot. But Phoenix on the side, waiting, giving some as much support as he can towards Kema. Kema meanwhile will be pressured here by the circle. He has to push towards 4X-Man. Throwback gets Phoenix. Now only Kema that is left. No more glue wall for him. He will be pushed in. Kema tries his best, but jumps outside of the circle, and 4X-Man gains the booyah in Purgatory.
That's what I'm talking about. 4X-Men managing to get their redeeming booyah this time on the second map of the day in Group A and B. They've got to be so happy with themselves. You know who I'm actually really happy for? I'm really happy for Sorry, because they got camped so hard by Hard to Get all game. Same house, same thing. Couldn't pay the rent, hard to get. They were just so dead set on getting that kill onto Sorry. But Sorry, they managed to get that second placement. Yeah, they may have not gotten too many kills, but I think for this achievement for the team already, this is just so many points that bring them back into the fold.
Yeah, so congratulations to 4X-Man with that booyah. And sorry, Meta making a presence here in the top 3 of our game in Purgatory. And H2G almost fits to my expectation. They were there. They were fighting really hard. They had 4 kills altogether, but due to the fact that 4X-Men had the advantage of the circle, so they were in the unlucky part of the spectrum. So they had to go to the lair of 4X-Men as they just wait and accept any teams that is coming in. And again, 4X-Men plays the circle very well. We've seen how they played the circle yesterday, and they won and get the booyah because of it. They played the same game again this time around in Purgatory.
So, of course, we've got to break this game down in a bit. Admaths, is there anything you might want to say before we go for a quick commercial break?
Nah, I think later.
All right, so I do believe we're going to be seeing Leslie now. Leslie, are you around?
Back. So I've just watched the second game in Purgatory, and actually it's a little bit out of my expectation as when I watch Kalahari, it's always the last circle having 3 or 4 teams, more of like 5 teams yesterday, So today I can see Purgatory is more of players playing more aggressively, I would say. So when I watch it, I was like, wow, that's like the 4th circle, but it's only left for like 4 teams just now. And then I saw they started to, on fire. And then the last circle, they managed to booyah that time. So, by the way, I saw like the AV Elite, they were playing really well in the first round in Kalahari. We don't talk about like, the best team, like 4X-Men and Birdie Hate and H2G, they were really performed well in the 2 games. But I would highlight AV Elite instead because they were trying hard in the Kalahari and they did pretty well. They are the top 3. But comes to Purgatory, what is their problem actually? When they face AXA Dream Team, they actually got annihilated pretty fast, pretty soon. So what is their problem actually?
I think in that moment, they just got caught out positioning-wise. They did not have a good position to engage into AXA. AXA, they had the high ground, and I think at this rate, people already know that if you have the high ground, you have the advantage in most engagements because you have vision. you're also safer usually. It's easier to engage from the high ground rather than from that low ground.
True. Plus,
all right.
the members of Dream Team was actually spread out, almost like pinning down, surrounding actually Team AV from actually coming out from cover, because the way that Dream Team engage is that they don't engage in like a pack. They just spread out, maybe engage in all areas, causing Team AV to be trapped in, pinned in that particular wooden house, and glue walls coming out, actually stopping from Team AV to make any kind of better maneuver. So that's why maybe they were also not only that got pinned, but maybe there's a panicky moment where they can't find that right spot to go for a shot, or they were just pressured out too hard up to the point they were eliminated.
All right, understand. So, as we see, those teams who were playing or performed really well yesterday, they were still leading the board right now, such as H2G and 4X-Man. They were still performing really well in Kalahari and even Purgatory. So we will see and check it out more in the later game, which Group B will be playing against Group C. So I would like to see those players are going to be like Group B, there still remain most of the Philippines players. And as well, Group C is going to be someone we are expecting. Baby are gone. I am so excited to see how they play in Purgatory later, and No Escape as well. You really can't escape from No Escape later. For their kills as well, they always got a lot of kills, up to 10 or more than 10 of them. So let's see what will be happening. And as well, to all the viewers, remember to stay tuned right here and keep on watching, because we will be giving free codes for you to redeem some of the free gift from Free Fire. So we will see you after the advertisement with MS and Donnelly.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via.
Tapi dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Untuk mendapatkan buaya di sini. Peluang telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan juga ditekan. Dan
alzato. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso.
Come back! So right before we start our game 3 of the day of our late stage day 2, let's see our overall result right now in Group A and Group B. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So before we getting ready to the result, so let's talk a little bit about upcoming game, which is Group B playing with Group C. So by the way, we have a player to watch out in No Escape, which is Hazik. As we all know, he always kill a lot. Even he performed really well in FFMS as well, right? And math.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
won.
actually killed a lot too. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I believe Hazik. Oh no, that's Argon newbie that won. Hazik
Yeah.
was number 2.
Yeah, correct. So Hazik from No Escape actually almost get the throne in FFMS last time, but yeah, unfortunately, he didn't really perform well at the end of the stage. But he's still, leading all the way. But still, everyone have to watch out because he's in the team and the team as well performed really well. But I would like to talk more about Baby Argon because they are like averagely 15 years old. So what do you think is their tactic in this game? Like even Kalahari or Purgatory, as Nmath has told us, they have a heal in Purgatory. But what about Kalahari? What is their tactic in Kalahari?
I think Danielle, I think you got an observation view on that thing, Kalahari.
In the case of Baby Argon, it's kind of hard because we've seen them have a good performance on Kalahari, but then they've also had bad performance on Kalahari. And I think a lot of it depends on luck, where teams are dropping, hoping that there's not an enemy perched on a hill waiting for them as they're trying to relocate to a new high ground. So it's a little bit hard to say because Baby Argon, they have won on Kalahari, but then they've also been eliminated early. But the thing is, the team shows a lot of promise, and it seems like they're adapting, right? They won the last game of the day yesterday, which was in Kalahari. So they probably took that lesson from the Kalahari match where they dropped out early, changed their strategy and said, guys, let's play around the outer circle. And then I think that was actually how they were able to sort of come back because we didn't really see them camp. In the game that Baby Argon won, I don't think they actually got a lot of kills up until the last couple of circles. They actually played very passive up until that last point. So Baby Argon, we have to give them props for adapting. Adaptability of a team is a very important skill that you don't suddenly learn adaptability. It's something that you eventually grow as you scrim, as you play, as you develop as a team member, but also as a player yourself. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how Baby Argon play today because everyone's played against each other yesterday. I think teams are starting to get a feel of how people are playing, and now we might actually start to see some teams try to snipe enemies before they hit that last circle.
Okay. So before we have a head up with Baby Argon or No Escape in Group C, let's see our overall standing right now in day 2, which we have 4 X-Men Esports. As expected, they will be at the first place with total point 161 now, and AXA Dream Team with 149. No Escape 140. I didn't expect that. I thought No Escape will be the second, honestly. So AV Elite as well playing
They
really
haven't
well,
played.
118. Sorry?
No, SK haven't
No
played
Escape
yet.
will be in Group C. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
It's
Overall
okay.
standing round. Yeah. So Baby Argon is 114 and Hard to Get is 110. Okay. So let's go to Bloody Hate right now, 87, Raw Squad 84, LCMY Bosku 73, LCMY Gregory 71, AKO 65, New Boys A 59. Okay, Supreme Assault Forces 59 now, Genesis All-Star 53, Eclipse 40, Legend Rumble 33, Special Army MY 33, Sorry Meta Esports 70. Alright, so just now the standing is not included the game 1 and game 2, right?
No, it includes game 1 and game
Oh,
2, but
is
that's
it
not.
included?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's
include-
happened with the standings is that it's only updated with the results for the first 2 games of today. So we'll get another standing afterwards that have the results for B and
The
C.
other 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah, so everything will eventually get updated. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was shocked because No Escape haven't played yet. They are still at the top 3. And I'm like, okay, they're still standing
That's a
still
good
at the
sign.
top. Yeah.
That's
it
a
That's
means
really
right.
it
good
means that,
sign.
yeah, it means
Yeah,
that
that's
the ladder or the degree of the degree of shift, it's not so severe up to point that they will be dropped to maybe like a bottom the bottom five or something. No, with this you can see like teams like No Escape, Baby Argon, they could actually still gain back that top spot. For X-Men, after 2 games, manages to only get 161. So with this, No Escape just needs another 22 points to actually just go back to the first place. Baby Argon, they just need like maybe 30 points to catch up to, 46 points to actually catch up with for X-Men. So possibility is there for these two teams, especially for No Escape.
Yeah, that's right. And as well, we can't look down on AV Elite because they are now leading at second place. So probably they will make a comeback in the coming 4 days, you know. So we still have a lot of spaces, a lot of rooms for them to get improved and get rid of that two best team, you know, in the list right now. So before we are going to start with the game 3, which is between Group B and Group C, I will pass the mic to our caster, MF and Danielle. Enjoy and with us, Tri Nation. Booyah.
All
Thanks,
right,
Leslie.
so
Admaths, this is going to be really exciting. I have to say, I'm a really big fan of Group C. I didn't think I would like Group C as much as I did, but after yesterday, I have to say they've actually given us some of the best matches.
yes, that's true. Some of the best teams are in there actually. Two of the best teams in the tournament right now, Baby Argon and also No Escape, showing the best of the best performances yesterday. And now they're gonna show it again. We're gonna start here in Kalahari. So for map Kalahari, both Baby Argon and also No Escape gains a booyah here before, which was yesterday. So we will be seeing the same team getting the booyah, or will H2G again get a booyah in Kalahari, or maybe some other teams that might suddenly pop off to show their greatness in Free Fire Thai Nation Cup?
I'm still waiting for AV Elite to pop off because I think up until this point, we've only really seen AV Elite play one amazing game, and that was their Kalahari match yesterday. It was the second game of the day. That was the one time we looked at AV Elite and we just thought, wow. But then after that, they seemed very quiet. They seemed very laid back.
Mediocre?
Not really aggressive. I don't want to say they're mediocre, of course. Like, there are a lot of situations that lead up to them not being able to get kills, not being able to survive. But I'm kind of hoping today they can kind of pick up. The only horrible thing for them today is that this is their second last game. They've only got one more match after this, and after that, that's it for points.
Plus the previous Kalahari map, AV Elite got number 3 with only 3 kills. So that's not a lot of points here for AV Elite. And just now in Purgatory, they were the first team that has been eliminated, and they only gained 2 points from that match. So
so it's an uphill battle for AV Elite here. Like, they need not only kills, but it feels like they need the placement points as well.
yeah, it's going to be very damaging for AV Elite if they do not perform in this second time in Kalahari for them. So they really need to try hard. But looking right now into command post Argon and also Raw Squad, there is some interaction between these two.
This is an engagement you would want to dodge if you're a Raw Squad. You don't want to go into Baby Argon early, because we've seen that Baby Argon are fantastic in those early game engagements. They are very good when it comes to getting those shots in, and they're also good at preserving their team members. We don't really see Baby Argon going in for those high-risk maneuvers unless they really have to.
Yeah, I played with Ajim this morning. The Baby Argon Ajim.
So how is he? Did he give you some tips for today?
No, I just monitor on how he plays. So from how he plays with me this morning, I can expect what his team is going to be playing today. So this morning, Ajim been playing quite. He tried something very new, where they do not actually try and go find enemies. More like we're waiting for enemies to come. Like just now, you can see how Baby Argon actually spread out inside command post, heavily spread out, so that they can spot any movement coming in from any enemy inside the same vicinity. So you can see how they're trapping down Team Raw Squad inside the command post.
Yeah. So far, it's only really Baby Argon sitting here with Raw squad, but no one's really making a move yet. And I think this is just both teams being really smart. You don't have to be the first one to make the move. At some point, someone is going to do something, but until then, as long as you've got all 4 members alive, you're okay. Is that a drop? Looks like there was a res there onto hard to get. Oh, actually,
that's
someone
true.
from Gregory
First
ends up
blood.
going down.
Yeah, Mirol opens up the frag, getting the first blood for Team AKO. So AKO gets the first 2 points, and did Accent disconnected?
Not 100% sure. We'll find out in just a moment.
Maybe. But again, confrontation inside command post is in a stall right here, as no one
And,
makes any thunder moves.
Although AV Elite is in the area, if anyone does give away their location within that zone, we could be seeing a third party here from AV Elite. But in the meantime, no Bloodyhead are going in for the engagement. Of course, Bloodyhead doing Bloodyhead things. They love those early game kills, but they also love to play on the edge of that circle.
Yep. ZJ and his team's Blank tries to get some pogs from DT. However, pogs from the back has been killed off here by Eclipse. Against it's still the same stalemate inside command post. AV Elite slowly making their way towards the eastern side of Refinery. And Skyzoo gets a knock on towards Mark. Again, Eclipse from the top. It looks like Bloodyhead has been pinned by 2 teams actually. Dream Team and also Team Eclipse. Meanwhile, AKO making their confrontation on towards Gregory. You can see on the right side of the screen, Dream Team pinned down Bloodyhead. Meanwhile, Eclipse at the back just watching
New
everything.
kill leader.
Well, it looks like Auto Knockout are the new kill leaders. We'll check up on Auto Knockout a little bit later on to see how many kills have happened so far. But if we take a look at the top-down view so far, Eclipse are sitting in... looks like Auto Knockout. They're on 3 kills. They're trying to look for another one here onto AV. They've got the high ground vision as well. Remember, so far, AV, they have struggled in their matches because they always have the disadvantaged low ground.
Yep, but D does not have the angle to make some shots unless he can travel to the side. But Zen, J-Boy and Insanity has been dropped dead by Zen. And there you go, here comes the push by Shura. Wants to get the 2 secured kills so that no more KSS has been made. Meanwhile, in command post, you can see Argon making the engagement. Koroba has been knocked down but will be saved soon. Inside of the towers, Raw trying their best to fight again. Argon, Jobat will be the next one being knocked down. Phoenix really needs to revive his teammates.
Losing Jabat.
Jabat will be ended soon. Jabat is gone. Koroba is still on knockdown mode though. But Ajim, he just got shotgun from the back. It's good here for Argon, but it's fine. No, not yet. I thought Phoenix finished off everything, but Raw is still alive. Meanwhile, AKO on the Refinery fighting against Team AV Elite, and AV Elite has been eliminated here by AKO. Again,
Oh no.
AV Elite, second time in a row, will be the first team eliminated in this match. And
That
maybe
hurt.
Argon
And
comes in
maybe
next.
Argon also eliminated. 2 major squads that we were expecting to place very high have been taken out. Looks like hard to get as well, actually doing a lot of damage there to LGD. And oh my god, there's so many kills happening across the board right now. Down to 26 players, 8 teams remaining. And of course, No Escape, a team that we are also keeping a close eye on. They're sitting on 2 kills, but all 4 members are alive. So I think a lot of people are going to be looking to No Escape and seeing them in that final circle.
Yeah, Baby Argon and AV Elite is no more in our game. Meanwhile, DT is trapping down Eclipse, but not Superman. Oh, in a very bad spot actually. Superman goes for the rush. He doesn't care. He wants to go for it.
He's a Superman. What to expect?
Oh, great. Abella made a wrong angle on throwing that grenade. You see Wise opened up the flank on towards the right side. Doesn't care about getting hurt by the circle as long as they can actually trap Eclipse outside of the circle as much time as they can. Abella gets the kill for Team Eclipse. Derry will be knocked down as Wise gives some shot from the side, flanking over. Superman has been knocked as well. Only Wise is left here from AXA Dream Team. And Eclipse Zeri will pick up his teammate, Skyzoo. is there
Looks like Dream
for
Team.
the upping.
Dream Team are now down to one member. Unfortunately, Wise, he's all alone, but he's also pincered on the outside. He can't really safely enter that safe zone. So he's going to try and make a move around, but as you can see, he's getting those pot shots in. Eclipse just being a big pain in the backside. Basically denying Wise from coming back in.
Yeah, that's true. So Eclipse, all members still alive, 7 kills here. This is the same team that had good performance in the Malaysia Open, Free Fire Malaysia Open last year. Though they did not win the tournament, if I can remember correctly, they got number 3, Eclipse.
It looks like Eclipse are just going to leave the last remaining member of Dream Team. They're saying, okay, it's fine. It's just one member from Wise. We've got 7 kills on their belt, so we're going to be okay. Looks like we have Arco going into an engagement there with no escape. No one's thrown any pot shots yet, though, but it looks like both teams are trying to get into a position.
So No Escape is taking refuge under Refinery. You can see AKO on top. They hear AKO switching their weapons, making movement. However, Special Army actually making an engagement also towards H2G. There you go, Jabat with a plasma gun. Oh, why Jabat? Why are you still with a plasma gun? Batman takes down Funan. And we go back to No Escape. They might confront with AKO.
Bit of a stalemate, but they have shown themselves. Oh, bit of damage
Goes up
going out.
towards
Oh,
the
shotgun. Very close to getting the kill there.
Ooh, AKO actually having the higher ground here. Shura will be revived up. Hazik that was knocked has been revived. Shoyu at the back has been shot by Mirul. Jumping in. Rainy fighting with Mr. D, but D is out for the count, but still not yet eliminated. Mirul gets the kill onto a Shoyu. Akik on the side, providing as much cover, as much space as he can. Shoyu will be knocked again for the 3rd time in a row. Rainy with a Gulwa snipe, trying his best to get some shots in, but Mr. D will be killed here for Team AKO. And AKO is actually falling back after that confrontation against No Escape. Meanwhile, Special Army against H2G. Jabat and Minato is the only one left.
I'm not sure if anyone's noticed. Poor Bew sitting on that tower all by himself trying to survive. Oh, goodness.
I'll show
I
you.
mean, it is a plan.
But Hazik is there to revive them. They have the cover, but look at Mirul providing pressure towards members of No Escape, who is right under him.
So what do you really do here if you're AKO? Because they're now down to 2 members. They're still going up against 4 members from No Escape. Down to Shiraz and Mirul. They're the only 2 left. Might end up losing their lives if they don't just decide to bail at this point. I don't know if you really want to be contesting anymore after losing 2 members.
No, it looks like Mirul is still contesting. Look, Mirul gets a knock on towards Hazik. But I'm not so sure if Mirul has enough ammo though.
Yeah, that's the worry, right? Like, if you're camping this high ground, at some point, if you just can't get those kills, but you're constantly getting knocks, you are actually really going through your ammo supply.
Rushed around making an attempt using an MP5.
Been caught.
No Escape has not much space here. Well, Minato sees one right under him. That is the last member from Dream Team. Wise is right under Minato's radar. As you can see that now the next circle will be right around Refinery. Most teams are already inside the new zone.
Shut down.
There we go. Looks like DT Wise will finally go down, so that's going to be AXA Dream Team knocked out here. We're now down to 7 teams. Arco's still trying to protect the high ground here. They do not want to give this advantage over at all. But again, this is up against No Escape. We've seen what happened, but this is a very ballsy play for Shura to actually go onto the low ground with the grapple.
Yep. Has been shot by Akix just a little bit, but Shura will take his time to actually recover back. Meanwhile, Jabat has been knocked down. Minato, or my friend here, Kai, trying his best, but he has been pinned. His head and his body is actually open, and H2G eliminated Special Army. So now we have 5 teams left with 40 players still alive.
Yeah, it looks like this is just basically going to be a bail here for Auto Knockout. They don't want to engage at all into No Escape, but I don't know if they can because No Escape are not letting them get away. They're saying, you can't run from us. You wanted to try and fight us. We're going to give you that fight you're asking for. The No Escape, they've actually lost a member. Show you going down. They're going to get Mirror in exchange, but was it really worth it?
I think it's worth it because if they did not kill Mirol, then Akik, it was not Akik, it was Shoyu that died off. Will his effort will be in vain because so basically the trade towards Mirol was actually very, very good. It's just that maybe the reason why Shoyu did not get the backup is because the glue wall at the beginning actually blocking the entrance on towards the vicinity where Mirol was in.
Right, so the circle is now getting smaller. We're down to 11 members alive, 4 teams. Shuras, the last remaining member of Auto Knockout, going to be hiding right behind this crate. No one will really know where she is. No Escape, of course, with 3 members. And oh my god, they are in prime real estate for this very tiny circle.
Yep, so No Escape will be in a comfortable situation awaiting enemies to come in. Meanwhile, can see the H2G making their way to the new zone right beside team No Escape. But Shira actually got eliminated by the zone. I'm not so sure what had happened. So H2G will lose 1 member. And the kill... Nope, Shira will die to the circle instead of being killed off. So H2G gets a kill on towards Zeri actually. Meanwhile, Ren tries to throw a grenade inside. It was a flash. Eclipse will be eliminated by No Escape and also H2G. Now 3 teams left. It's going to be a confrontation between H2G and also No Escape. Ren has been some hold but goes down with the glue wall but has been caught up from the back. Batman will be dying off to No Escape now. It's No Escape versus AKO. And 1 member left, Shura, could not actually do anything. But no, Shura is trying her best, I mean his best. But will it be enough? Nope, dying to the circle instead. However, it's fine. Booyah goes to team No Escape.
Sometimes the James Bond strat is the only strat, Admats. And Shira did the right thing for the team as well. Played very defensively, played on the very edge of the circle, tried to not become a target. Second place, yeah, they may have lost a lot of team members in the process, but that's still a lot of points to work with.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, Shura did try his best because there's only 1 member left in No Escape. If Shura were to grapple hook properly and manages to enter the new zone without dying to the zone, maybe there is a chance to actually kill that last member from No Escape because he was sniping. And Shura could actually just switch to a shotgun and just get the job done. But still, again, kudos towards AKO Shura bringing the team to number 2, and Eclipse got number 3. Was it H2G? I think H2G was number 3. But again, No Escape playing the circle very well. Got a few kills in that particular game, and also the Booyah.
Yep.
In Kalahari.
Of course. Now this is going to be great because now we're going to be jumping into our second match in just a moment. It's going to be Purgatory, so of course it's going to be a new map for us to see Team B versus Team C. It'll be the first time that Team C is playing in Purgatory, the second time for Team B. Now I'm wondering, is this going to maybe be a bit of an advantage for teams in Team B because they've already played on that Purgatory, they're going to be warmed up already, whereas for Team C, it's their first time. Of course, they've scrimmed this, they've played this before, but when you come into a competitive environment, Free Fire is different. It's not the same Free Fire you're going to experience in your pubs.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Purgatory. Argon. I want Argon to get the Booyah for this one.
You want Argon?
I really want to see. Yeah, I really want to see Argon going up to get the Booyah.
Argon did not have the best run just now on Kalahari.
They were the second team eliminated in Kalahari. I think in general, Argon is just very weak in Kalahari. It's only 1 game. The last game that we had yesterday was the only best game that they had in Kalahari. All the others, it was just them eliminated quite early. Even just now, also we see how they were the second team eliminated in that game. So coming in Purgatory, I think they will seek revenge in what had happened previously.
I mean, considering that this might be their map as well, so we could be seeing a baby Argon win, but of course we're going to have to see what the team decides to do for their strategy as well, because it seems like their strategy coming into these games, you can see that the members of the team, they are individually skilled. They're very talented when they play the game, but when it comes to execution as a team, it seems like some things work, some things don't, so hopefully they do eventually start to pick it up, but they really need to start picking up those points, because if you're going to constantly if you're a team that flip-flops, if you only place in the top 3 or the bottom 3, that's not really the safest way to play Free Fire. You want to have consistent results, even if you're getting average in terms of points, because if you're ending up being one of the first 3 teams to be eliminated, chances are you're dying with no points, with nothing to gain. So we'll see if Baby Argon can try and catch up. And I'm going to have to say the same thing here for AV Elite, because AV Elite also got eliminated. I think it was the first team eliminated.
The first team
last
again
round.
too. Yeah, second time in a row.
So AV Elite, they're going to have to start to pick it up as well, because if they don't, I'm worried for them. I don't think they're going to get enough points.
Yeah, because they gain like 2-3 points, and no, 2 or 4 points for 2 games in a row. So AV Elite, this will be their last chance for this week to gain as much points as they can. I think the best way for them to do is just maybe play it safer this time, because most of the games that we see yesterday where AV Elite raking in points is where games that they actually prioritize placement. Because yesterday, AV Elite got 1 booyah with 7 kills. They have a game where they got 3rd place, but that one was only with 2 kills. So from there, you can see how AV Elite actually plays better if they were to focus on getting that placement point rather than try to go in and make some kills. So AV Elite, I think the best way is just to play placements. And for Purgatory, H2G, we've seen how they get 3rd place just now before our B and C matchup comes in when they were in A and B, Group A and B, where H2G in Purgatory gets 4 kills. And coming in for the second time in Purgatory, I think H2G would play better this time around, because in all 3 games that we have seen just now, H2G is always top 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to find out as we do jump into our next match in just a minute. It's going to be Purgatory, and of course, it's going to be with our teams in Group B and C. And of course, the map is ready, so we're going to start parachuting in just a moment. Now, Admats, you have your eyes set on Baby Argon to hopefully make a recovery for the team as well. I think the standard team to also look out for is No Escape. Is there anyone else that you kind of want to keep an eye on for this match? Do you feel like there's any other underdog that could really benefit from Purgatory?
Oh, that will be hard, because most of the underdogs that came in does not do well in Purgatory in my books. So it would be a surprise for me if teams like Eclipse, who has 3 members, I don't know why, or Special Army be doing very well here in Purgatory. But besides Special Argon and also No Escape, I'm actually again expecting for the second time in a row, I'm expecting Hard to Get to do something, because in the previous Purgatory map, I was predicting Hard to get the booyah. So I'm expecting the same as well for the Filipino team.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like everyone's going to start their looting as usual. Baby Argon going to have... Wait, is that only one Baby Argon? Or am I tripping? I'm not sure. I thought I just saw one member of Baby Argon by himself. Oh, wow. It looks like it's going to be Dream Team. Going to be landing right next to someone as well, but they managed to get a car, so it's going to be okay. They landed right next to AV Elite. Ooh, that's
my
a
God.
scary one.
Special Army dropping down in Brazil. That's the first for me.
Well, we said
They
new
don't
strats,
usually-
so...
Yeah, maybe they are trying something new. They did mention to me yesterday that this time around they are trying their best to drop in the middle, any town that is in the middle of the map rather than on the edge. So I think they really heed to their to the discussion yesterday and dropping down in Brasilia right here. The M14 shots towards Sky from LGD, but it looks like that are doing very well. However, Jabat will die off after getting a kill for his team. LGD right outside. Legend Rumble against Special Army right this time around. Minato gets the knock onto a Taken. Get the room to recover. Kai knocks down Sonic, but Sonic will be revived here on the side. Taken actually pushing to the front. That is actually a very bad sign. What is Funan doing? Funan, go down, bro.
Oh no!
Playing on the second floor. His teammate really needed help, but Funan giving in last minute, and I don't think he can do anything. No, nothing on with Kai, and Legend Rumble gets the wipe on towards Special Army, but Baby and Taken will be the one sacrificed in that fight. But again, Funan, his teammate was trapped on the side. He was still playing around that second floor.
Oh no! Oh, mistakes were made. Sometimes you gotta take these risks, Admaths. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at AV Elite here. It looks like they managed to get themselves a kill in the process, and of course they are now all by themselves, free to loot, but they are nearby. I do believe that's No Escape in the northwest side of the map, and are they heading down towards where AV Elite is? Getting a little bit close there. We'll check back on them a little bit later. We're seeing Bloody Head again, doing their usual shenanigans, playing on the outer edge of the map, but they are getting close to Gregory, and it does look like we could be seeing No Escape going head-to-head up against AV Elite.
Yeah, maybe. But again, LGD now on 2 members. I think they would still stay in Brasilia. They could camp it out and play placements instead while waiting players to come in. Meanwhile, Raw Squad is now around campsite after coming in from Lumber Mill. Playing it safe, they used the bridge instead of the zipline, so they are gathered in campsite. Meanwhile, in Forge, might be an interaction between Bloody Head and also Gregory.
Looks like it too, Gregory. All 4 members are under the... Well, they are undercover, but of course they do have vision already of Mark, so they're revealing their position that they are currently occupying these buildings.
Mm-hmm. So Gregory is actually being pinned by 2 squad. Dream Team, EXA Dream Team, and also Bloody Head. There you go, the first circle encompasses 80% of Purgatory. So the first circle will be looking very good for most of the teams in our map right now.
Oh, looks like Y is actually getting knocked down there and will be taken out by Gregory.
So Gregory
Dream
gets
Team
the...
using Y's right off the bat.
Yeah. I think the way Dream Team tries to engage on towards Gregory was a little bit wrong. You can see that Gregory spots another member of Team Dream Team as they are falling back away by using the zip line. However, this gives room for Bloody Head to actually maybe catch up to Dream Team, but Dream Team actually flees away. Nope, I was right. Actually, ZJ gets the knock on towards Toby and kill.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be it for Toby. He thought he could get away, but Bloody Head are actually on that high ground. I wonder if Bloody Head will actually attempt to try and go for any kills. In the meantime, we've got Baby Argon. They are moving together as a unit towards the center of the map. Oh, looks like we've got No Escape right here.
No Escape has been found inside the UAV. Yeah, under the UAV against Team Bosco, no H2G actually. So Voidface will be the first victim here for No Escape. And No Escape knows there is other members of H2G inside this vicinity as the UAV drone revealing their position.
Oh, do they know that Batman is on the roof though? If you take a look at the way that Shonu is looking, he's actually looking high up on that roof. They probably know that Batman is up there.
Definitely. There you go. Batman falling back. She's trying to get away from the grenade, that's why.
Yeah. Really smart play there to flush him out with the grenade, though. You can't just let him sit on the roof and try and get those pot shots in.
Mine X from Raw Squad gets a kill onto a blank from Bloody Head. Well, H2G. Oh, there's a lot of landmines up here by H2G. Trying to deny Team No Escape, trying to go to the second floor. But the landmine has been denied as well, back by a grenade. Meanwhile, Raw Squad fighting against Bloody Head, and Bloody Head only left with CJ. Back to H2G and No Escape. Batman gets a knock onto a Hazik, but the Batman is the only one left right now. Has to glue wall. Ren and Shira will be left dead here as Batman trying his best to find placement for H2G. Meanwhile, Hazik, together with the other members of No Escape, is not being engaged here by AKO. Auto knockout, providing room actually for Batman to fall back. And there you go, AKO engaging towards No Escape, and as well, Bloody Head has been the first team eliminated as Raw Squad finds ZJ trying to flee. Now, Shoyu and Hazik inside the house. Shoyu has to go to the second floor as grenades flying into the house, and AKO will try to go for the engage on towards No Escape. Auto knockout, doing better here in day number 2. Have the heart to actually fight against Team No Escape.
Yeah, it seems like Auto Knockout actually came to the rescue here for Hard to Get. Because Hard to Get, they wanted to retreat, and Auto Knockout, they're coming in. Oh god, they're down to 1. Surely the last one alive here for No Escape. So Auto Knockout coming in to finish the job. Batman on the high ground outside.
Oh,
Maybe
No
he's
Escape,
trying
gone.
third party Arco. Yep, No Escape get knocked out very early. I believe it's the second or third team to get eliminated. Down to 9 teams now, Admaths.
No Escape eliminated quite early as AKO rushed in just like FBI. Open up.
Freeze!
I thought to be funny. So yeah, AKO lost Mirror, but it's fine. They get that wipe onto us. No Escape. Another big team that has been eliminated very early in our match here in Purgatory. Bloody Head as well is now no more. H2G left in only 2 members, Shira and Batman. Guiding over towards the crime scene where 2 of their teammates actually died off. AKO making their way away.
Hard to get a second chance in this match, though. The fact that Auto Knockout came in at the time that they did basically saved this opportunity for Hard to Get to continue playing. But they're playing with only 2 members, so it's going to be pretty difficult. Oh, Batman, he might run right into Baby Argon, and I don't think he knows anything about this. Batman?
Yep.
I hope he's ready.
Batman pushing in. Baby Argon said no. Yeah, Batman actually gets the knock on Panic, however. But Cobra comes in, gets the refrag in, and Phoenix will be revived up. So first kill here for Baby Argon.
First kill, that's going to be Batman gone as well, and now that's only going to be 1 member remaining, I believe, on Hard to Get, and it's going to be Shira. So again, Shira, his job is to get that second place like he did that last game. Wait, was it Hard to... No, that was Auto Knockout, sorry. My bad, wrong player. But again,
Yeah, I mean,
same thing.
The AKO member name was Shura. This one is Shira.
It's the same. It's the same again. It's the same.
It's the same.
My apologies to anyone cheering for these teams. All right, so we're looking at Gregory. I believe they've only got 2 members remaining, but I think this game we're actually looking at a pretty good chance here for Baby Argon to get the final booyah, as they have had a pretty rough game in their past couple of matches. So we're keeping an eye out onto them. Superman, the last remaining member of Dream Team, so of course he'll be playing on the edge of that circle to try and get those placement points. Raw, in the meantime, they have 3 members. They're heading up this hill, and I'm not sure if Gregory have vision of this. They could potentially try and go in for a snipe here, as these members from Raw are trying to get into that safe zone, but I don't think Gregory have vision of them.
I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah, no.
They might hear them
But
run by, though.
Okay, they heard the footsteps. Stay quiet, still staying quiet. Will Mine X be found here? Yep. Light should not actually drop that supply box, actually. Now they're trapped inside.
Uh-oh.
Light trapped his own self with his own glue wall. Jaff manages to actually escape, but will be knocked down. Meanwhile, other members of Gregory tries to provide backup here, but Raw is now surrounding them, and nicely done here by Raw Squad. I'm not so sure what's happening, but no! Apparently, the M79 finishes the job. Gregory actually won the fight against the Raw squad.
Oh, that was such a clutch play. The fact that they all got eliminated at the exact same time saved the engagement for Gregory. Oh my god, what a blessing from heaven. That's going to be 4 kills for Gregory as well.
Yeah, Yan throws the M79, the grenade launcher, and straight away invites Team Raw to the lobby.
Invites them to heaven. Alright, so we've got our 3 members of Eclipse playing on the very edge of the map as well. Very surprised as to why they have 3 members. They dropped in with only 3, so we'll have to ask the admins what kind of happened, if maybe someone disconnected or if their internet had some issues, but we'll figure that out later on. As of now, we are looking at our remaining teams. We've got 8 teams remaining as the circle gets smaller, 21 members alive, and things are looking fantastic for Baby Argon as all 4 members are alive.
Argon inside Brasilia. Still finding anyone around. AKO is still in the same, close to the same spot where they eliminated Team No Escape. And Mr. D stays outside to monitor actually what's going on. And you can see that Eclipse is still playing the circle game. Even though they have all 4 members still alive. And now everybody just stay quiet and wait for sound cues.
Yeah, it seems like that's sort of the play here for some of these teams. Just play the quiet game, play on the edge. You don't need to risk your team to grab a couple of those kills if you don't feel confident. So we'll be seeing Gregory coming in from the east. We still have AV Elite camping together as 4 members. They are near AKO, so they might be able to snag some kills here onto Auto Knockout, who are only sitting on 3 members remaining. But it depends as well on who's going to be going where, because I do believe AV Elite are running towards where Auto Knockout are.
Yeah. Well, Gregory.
They're passing by.
Yeah. Using vehicles to actually traverse towards Brasilia, and judging from where Gregory is, no one actually is nearby to actually even give any kind of attention towards Gregory.
Yeah.
So everybody just stay quiet, not much movement.
It's very tense as well.
Yeah, monitoring the same spot.
All right.
But it looks like Gregory.
They're in a great spot. Look at where the circle's going to end up being.
Yeah, I think they used the circle prediction to go to the next new circle, and straight away, with that information that they gained, move straight away into the circle. But Mr. D catches 2 members from Team AV. He might be a solo man here, as Team AV did not expect Mr. D from AKO to be here. 6 kills.
Oh, what?
Wrong flash there by Mr. D. But again, nice job here by AKO Mr. D. 6 kills for the team.
6 beautiful kills as well. 12 points for the team. So even if they do drop out now, they're going to be sitting on a lot of lovely points. But yeah, Auto Knockout, they are in such a good position for the circle because they can just sit inside the building and start sniping people as they start coming in. Because of course, as the circle gets smaller, there's less and less room for people to live in. Now, Baby Argon, they are also in a pretty decent position themselves. They're still only on 1 kill. So Argon, they're going to have to pick it up at some point. They need these kills as well as a booyah if they want to really catch up in the leaderboard.
So Argon slowly making their way to this yellow house near Brasilia. Meanwhile, Mr. D is still at it against Absolute Vendetta, AV, who is in the mercy of AKO. Eclipse coming into the circle last minute. You can see, finally. However, they are meeting up against Team Argon. Abella. Oh, H2G has been found actually. Shira will be taken down. So H2G is now no more. Eclipse, Abella will try to revive Zeri. However, now we're watching at Argon, where Cobra has finally been killed off here by Team Legend Rumble.
Yeah, and Admath, this next circle, there is basically no cover. You've only got a couple trees to work with, so from here on out, things are going to get very spicy. You're going to rely on those glue walls to give you that cover, but you also need to make sure to watch the sides because everyone's going to be coming in. I hope you're ready, folks, because things are just about to get bloody. We've got 15 players alive, and here we go. That circle's now going to start getting smaller. The rush begins.
Bella trying to find space to actually go into the new circle. Meanwhile, Argon is pushing in. They are not showing any kind of mercy. Ajib trying to find that aim onto Abella. Abella coming back into the window. Takes down Baby Argon. Baby Argon is now no more. Mr. D is still alive though from AKO. Zeri will die towards the circle. Eclipse will be the next team eliminated. And Mr. D is still there doing miracles here with the M79. AKO might have the chance to get the booyah. Mr. D is trying to engage onto the last member here from Legend Rumble. Meanwhile at the back, Yan and Yu is finding that will be knocked down and killed instantly here by Yu. So now 5 players alive. AKO, Gregory, and also Legendary Rumble. 3 teams from Malaysia fighting it off in our 3-way Rumble. So
that circle's still getting smaller, Admats.
The circle is getting smaller. People are traversing towards the middle part of the circle. Gregory taking up some damage on towards the circle. AKO behind the glue walls that they had set up, trying to trap themselves in. Yu dies to the circle. Mr. D is still alive from the back. Mr. D tried to do something but could not do so. Now, who will survive? Looks like Gregory will survive. LCMY Gregory will get their first ever booyah in FFTC after 2 days of playing.
I don't think anyone would have expected Gregory to make it this far, let alone with the zone that they ended up playing with. Oh my god. Gregory, speechless. I'm speechless.
And if you see all the top 3 teams, the top 3 teams in that particular match, all of them are actually, 2 of them are the underdogs of the tournament. Gregory, LCMY Gregory, and also Legend Rumble. Meanwhile, AKO, well, came out of nowhere. Actually, they had decent performances yesterday. They had decent performance from the previous game. This is their second time in number 2. They gained the second spot twice already. They gained 9 kills on Kalahari, number 2, thanks to Shura surviving as much as he can. But this time around, AKO showing their best, number 2 again. And I believe it's the same amount of kills, 9 kills if I'm not mistaken. It's all thanks to Mr. D and also, I believe it was Zen that did a lot of job here for auto knockout.
Man, this is crazy because a lot of the teams that we were expecting to take the booyah off of this purgatory map, they got eliminated before top 5. I think, what was it? The last remaining team was, for us at least, was Baby Argon. I think they were 5th or 6th at least when they got knocked out. And so after that, we just sort of thought like, wait, who's going to take this booyah? Because you take a look at all the teams that are still remaining, and no one would have expected it. So congratulations to Gregory. They managed to get themselves a fantastic booyah and, of course, plenty of kills on top of that. And that's actually going to put them pretty high up on the leaderboard because I think up until now, Gregory they've been consistent. They've been there, but they've never been a team that you look at and just say, oh, look, it's Gregory. But I think maybe we're starting to see some change. Maybe Gregory has something left in there.
All right. But that is game number 2 for BNC. So I believe Leslie will come into the picture soon. So later there you go. There you go, Leslie. Hi.
I believe she might be disconnected.
Yeah, she's not there yet, so it's fine.
All right, so we'll pretend that Leslie is there. Maybe we'll do the post-game analysis here, and then if she comes in, she'll come in. Or we could maybe save the discussion and go to ads. What's that?
Yeah, I think we need Leslie in the conversation, so why not?
Okay. We'll wait for Leslie, but we will go for a quick commercial break. But once we return, we'll go to the post-match analysis with our lovely host, Leslie.
mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso.
You thought you knew my story. This world is unjust and cruel. I won't know more of it. That's why you're here. They say you like to pry, but I only see curiosity. People call you reckless. I see you of no fear, where others see your arrogance. I only see grit. They call you sly and hasty, but you bring the quick wit. Why are you here? For a bank, biggest of all. We're taking back what's been stolen, and it will be the greatest heist you ever joined. Get ready for Plan Bermuda.
E seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Gorilla.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via.
Tapi dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Untuk mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan ditekan. Dan
Welcome back, Leslie.
Welcome back. No, she's still not there.
What?
I think she's still. Oh,
Oh, sorry. Hello. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
finally.
Is I asleep or what? I'm sorry. I think probably I have too much cookies. I just finished some cookies, so I'm a bit, sugar rush. That's why here and there it's not having sound and stuff. Sorry, I'm back, by the way. Well, just now in the game 4, I realized that LCMY playing really good, Gregory. I didn't expect that underdog will actually get one booyah, and this is their first time, honestly, because when I see the previous games, it's more like No Escape, H2G, and then Baby Argon. By the way, where is Baby Argon in the last game? Did you see them?
Yeah,
Baby
we did.
Argon got eliminated pretty early on, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
thought they were eliminated by Eclipse when they tried to push into the circle.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Number
So
6
they
or number
were
7 around there.
Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't. It wasn't in that final circle.
No, it was not in the top 5 now.
But I think Baby Argon was the last team alive that we thought was going to take it. Everyone else that we
Yeah.
thought was going to take it got eliminated, right? Like No Escape knocked out. AV Elite knocked out again early, which is very unfortunate.
Very.
Yeah, that's
First
right.
team,
And
I think.
yeah, and as well H2G, they only have 2 left in the, I don't know, they are the 9th team getting knocked out as well. So I'm like, wow, H2G is gone as well. And then I really didn't see Baby Argon just now. Maybe I was left out. So yeah, even Baby Argon didn't get it. I'm like, oh, because Purgatory, as Edma say, like he had talk about like, oh, Baby Argon, they have a purgatory heal, something like that. So I was expecting that, oh, Baby Argon probably will get the booyah, but out of expectation, LCMY Gregory, congratulations for getting the booyah. But by the way, No Escape gone pretty fast, and as well underdogs, I think they can take advantage in this situation, in the purgatory state, because I saw in game 4 as well in game 2, only 4X-Man is performing pretty well as the top teams. They were getting the booyah in game 2, but other teams are not really performing, like AV Elite or H2G or those good teams. They are not doing well. So what do you think about this? Are the underdogs are going to take advantage and playing well instead of what we have in the leading board right now?
Looking at this game, it really just felt like one of the main reasons that the underdogs really won this, or at least survived for this long, was that they played safe. They all played around the outer edge. They avoided conflict. I think all the underdogs, they were focusing on placement points rather than kill points. And if you're playing for placement, that is so much safer than trying to aggressively look for those kills. Like, we've seen what happens when a team tries to go for kills. You could potentially get punished. You could get third-partied. So there's always that risk versus reward factor when you're looking for those kills. And Gregory, they played ultra safe all throughout their match. Sure, they got a couple losses leading up into the final circle, but at the end of the day, they survived, right? You have to survive if you want to make it to that final circle. And Gregory, they did everything right. Their positioning. And I think they also got a little bit lucky as well with one of the circles, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they use the prediction circle. There's an item inside the map that you can actually activate to show the next predicted circle, which is the green line circle. So I think they use that information to actually get into the circle earlier.
Okay. So in this case, I think the result is out for our 2 matches. Let's see the overall result right now. Oh, okay.
No, not
So
yet,
they are
not
not ready yet to post it. But by the way, talk more of the purgatory map as I watched it just now. As you all say, underdog maybe have the advantage of precision, and they are more playing like passively instead of killing. Go out and have some kills. So they are more like the low risk, low reward. But instead, they are like, oh, I got some placement point, like more than you. So actually, it's some advantage as well from there. Instead of like those good team, they are like, okay, I'm going to kill people right from the start of every game. So probably they can really aim for that. Like all the underdogs team, they can actually aim for that. Like, okay, I will gonna play safe in purgatory, let them fight, and then they are not really good. They know that the good teams are not really good in purgatory as well. So they are like, okay, I'll let you fight there, and then I will gain some placement points. So that could make me expect more from them later because we are still playing another 2 games. So the second is still Purgatory, but which is playing between Group A and Group C instead of B and C. So now we have 4 X-Men as well, playing with Baby Argon, No Escape, the best team. As well, we have Auto Knockout as well. They are always top 5. So we are going to expect something more in the Purgatory later. What about like weapon-wise? So MS have some sniper that you really like, right? So can you give some comments on this? Because me, myself, as well wanted to know. What is the best weapon in your list?
I mean, in terms of snipers, I think the best sniper is the glue wall sniper. People might argue with me is the WM is the best, but what the glue wall sniper can do is that sniper can actually shoot through glue walls, which something that the AWM nor the Kar98 can do. So that I think is the best weapon in terms of snipers for me. But in terms of overall, I think M14. The M14 is the best weapon in overall.
M14, everyone. Okay, so now we have the result out right here, which is Group B versus Group C. For our game 1, we can see No Escape got the booyah, and then total point they got 34 by gaining kill points with 14 and placement point with 20 by getting the clean of booyah points. Auto Knockout 35. Expectedly, they are the first now. Hard to Get 33. Eclipse 27. Special Army MY 14. And Legend Rumble 12. Baby Argon 8. And Raw Squad 7. LCMY Gregory 6. AXA Dream Team 4. AV Elite 3. And Bloody Hate 0 for this round. Which is round 1. This is game 2. Game 2, we can see Auto Knockout got total point of 35. Placement is 17, kill points 18. AV Elite 6 and kill point 2, total point 8. And AXA Dream 12, Baby Argon 12, Bloody Hate 5, and Eclipse 21. Well, Hard to Get got 4, and LCMY Gregory got booyah in second round, unexpectedly getting 36 points, with as well kill points 16. Wow, that is impressive. Legend rumbled 15 in placement, 12 points in kill points, and total 27. No Escape total point 8, and Raw Team 11, Special Army 4.
To anyone that's wondering what's happened with the results, just so you know, folks, I think we may have a little bit of a mix-up. The most important thing are the points at the end, and of course, we had this problem yesterday.
It was not sorted. The numbers was not sorted.
I think the full point, it's important that we see the overall point at the end of the day. That is the most important, right? So probably if you wanted to catch up more, then you should really watch the game as well. All the viewers, we are giving out all the free codes for you to redeem free stuff from Free Fire. Why not just watch it and then get some free stuff, right? So right now, I think I'm going to pass to our Custer, MF, and Danielle before we are starting our Series 3 of the day, which is Group A versus Group C. Enjoy and we'll booyah!
All right, 2 more maps to go. We don't have to, wait for our cameras to come out as we jump into Kalahari for Group A and C. For today, Kalahari, we have H2G and No Escape against the Booyahs. Will it be a different team this time around coming from AAC? But Argon opens up the frag by getting the first blood of our map.
Already 1 kill, and I guess this is good for Baby Argon, right? Considering that they had an okay performance in their past 2 matches, and this is their last chance to get those points for today. So, of course, they're going to be looking towards a booyah if they can. Just a reminder to everyone as well, this is Group A and C. This will be mostly Malaysian teams. I do believe there's 1 Filipino team that'll be playing, which is Supreme Assault Forces. So we are going to be looking at that Malaysian style. Yeah, so we're looking at the Malaysian style of Free Fire for this match.
I'm looking at 10 teams right now. Where are the other 2 teams? And Genesis only playing with 3.
If I'm not mistaken, remember one team got eliminated?
There was New Boys. That's 1. How about the other one? I'm just out. Maybe we're missing a team. Maybe we're missing a team. But it's fine. The game must go on. Eclipse gets a kill on towards Team Genesis. They have 2 points right now. And talking about Eclipse, in day number 2, they showed some improvement in terms of their gameplay. By the way, I'm really liking on how Team Eclipse performs well. Same goes to AKO because yesterday night I managed to actually sit down with Mr. D and talked about his team. He was disappointed about yesterday because there's so many kills that should be into their team, but due to the fact that they can't get that final hit before that final hit after the knock, so he was frustrated yesterday. He had 0 kills but 3,000 plus damage.
So that's not a suck.
Yeah, so he did mention that day 2 they will come in with a better plan, maybe better intuition in terms of execution. And what Mr. did yesterday said to me yesterday actually delivered very well because in total they had 18 kills after finishing that 2 match previously. So with that said, AKO really showed their fangs even more here coming into day 2.
They're going to have to keep showing those fangs if they want to get more points. Of course, we are looking at Genesis here. They're going to try and avoid this confrontation, I believe. Or are they thinking of trying to engage? It looks like they want to try and jump right into this, into Supreme Assault Forces.
No, I think Genesis is just falling back. Star will actually remain in front. I'm not so sure why Star wants to still try. He should actually fall back together with But
all right, so while this engagement is happening, Admaths, I'm very sorry. I just got to announce this very quickly to everyone watching the stream. So according to the refs, Sorry Meta and New Boys have pulled themselves out of the tournament. So they'll no longer be playing from here on out.
So yesterday, I mean, we've seen Sorry Meta gain number 2 with 6 kills. I'm not so sure why they pull out. Maybe there is some internal conflict or problems between the 2 teams. But we know New Boys is not here anymore because they didn't show up like earlier this afternoon.
Yeah.
But Sorry Meta pulling out, that's just
That's
sad.
unfortunate. Yeah, It's unfortunate. It could be family issues, but at the end of the day, it's a private matter between the teams. So the best we can do is just give them that respect and let them respectfully leave the tournament. So we're no longer going to be seeing them, folks. So if you were cheering for them, our apologies. But of course, we do have plenty of other teams that you are going to be looking forward to. As we're taking a look at the perspective here of one, as 4 men are actually down to only 2 members. They lost 2 of their teammates.
Yep, that's true. AKO as well. The one you see on the kill frag, AKO takes up some kills. There you go, 2 kills, but they lost Zen in a refinery. And I think, judging from the kill frag, they meet up with 4 X-Men for a while before 4 X-Men actually falls back. That's why. So you can see 1 is actually falling back from the map on the left side. And also the first circle slightly slanted towards the right from the middle. So yeah. So only Tobex and 1 left here for 4 X-Men. E1, Sole, and Tobex.
So for 4 men, I think the job here might just be to play for placement points if you're down to 2 members. Of course, you can look for those kills, but with only 1 kill under their belt, I don't know if you'd be too confident to try and engage directly into a team. Maybe if they can try and third party, that could be a nice little way for them to snap up some kills, but they're not really near any engagements. Yeah, we're looking at Baby Argon actually going to be looking to try and go for Arco. Look at they managed to get a drop there already onto 1 member, and that's going to be a kill into Miral.
So, but now AKO with only 2 members left tries to go for that one more. Oh, could not get that shot inside the glue wall. Mr. D was actually so close in getting that final knock on towards Jabat. So Jabat was lucky enough to make a swift exit over his own glue wall to avoid that glue wall sniper shot by Mr. D.
Going to play really safe here. We've seen what happens when you play on Kalahari. Positioning is key, and especially if you can get that high ground positioning, you're going to be in a really good spot to try and get those snipes in. And of course, we've got to watch Mr. D. He's been really on point with those snipes. But here we go. This is Baby Argon. They've got 2 kills on the board now. Of course, all 4 members are alive. So Baby Argon, they're also looking to put themselves in a really nice spot here to try and grab some snipes. But the thing is, do they know that Arco is up on this high ground? Because if Auto Knockout know that Baby Argon are here, we could be looking at some dead Baby Argon members.
Yeah, that's true. But this all depends on how Argon's gonna execute on that top platform. Eclipse again play the safe way of Free Fire, following the zone. Steps are
they
heard
know.
actually.
Yep.
They know where. They know where the 2 remaining member. There you go. Jabat will be the one, but Jabat was alone. Mr. D gets the knock. Shura has finished off the job. Blue wall is up, but Shura can't actually escape. Shura was forced to fight actually. Cobra, whisker away. Mr. D is still crawling in the floor, and there you go. AKO will be the first team eliminated here in our Kalahari map, and 4 kills goes to Argon, but Jabat will be dead here for the time being.
Jabat's the price to pay, but they got 8 points out of this, so already they've guaranteed themselves a pretty decent start coming into Kalahari as well, knocking out their opponent already. So Auto Knockout got to be pretty disappointed with this, but sometimes when you are at a player disadvantage, 2 versus 4, sometimes you need a miracle, and that miracle just didn't happen to pop up today.
Yeah, so yeah, AKO, they did well in the first 2 games that they played, but this time around in Kalahari, maybe Lady Luck was not on their side. Plus, Argon had a very good engagement despite sending Jabat in front first. So I think if they engage 2 men on towards AKO, maybe there's a possibility that Jabat would still be alive. But yeah, the price has been paid just for the 4 kills. So 8 points for Argon right now.
So far, it looks like we're going to be seeing No Escape on the right side, getting some free loots off, and of course, Special Army also getting a really nice section here all to themselves, more free loot. But who is that they are nearby? I can't quite see the logo. That is...
Special Army.
I think it's Bosco. Is it Bosco or is it 4X?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
Bosco. It's Bosco. SAF also making their way toward command post. They have lost Garute, one of the rushes for SAF. So nothing much to be seen right now as players are... no escape. Engaging on towards Bosco. And the blue wall. Knocked down.
Gets the drop there.
I think Carl does not have any more glues to play. So Bosco is now trapped inside that small house.
Oh, it's
where
tiny.
No Escape. Yeah, and No Escape has the room to actually go for the flank and rush. See the support coming in by No Escape members from the back. Shoyu will slowly push towards Team Bosco. Where's Hazik though?
This is a moment of courage that you have to do something now if you're Bosco, because you have to make a decision either to just try and go for this risky play, maybe have 1 member remaining, or just lose everybody within the zone. Of course, it is going to be very tough, but let's see if Bosco can be creative. Maybe they can try and slip themselves out of this. Of course, it is against No Escape. We've seen how bloodthirsty No Escape can be when they are hunting for these kills.
Yeah, that's true. So Bosco has no choice but just to stay, because the moment they will try to come out, No Escape knows they will do so, because No Escape actually spreads out their members to actually cover almost every spot except for the back.
Looks like they're
So
putting out some
Bosco,
landmines.
Yeah, they were trying to avoid Team No Escape to actually push. But meanwhile, as LGD and Eclipse might face off with each other.
Looks like they will. Actually landing very close to each other. We'll see if they want to engage a little bit later on. We've got No Escape to continue looting as well, just keeping Bosco confined to that small location, but looks like LGD, do they want to engage here? It looks like they are. They're running
Side by
right at them
side.
now. They're rushing. They're rushing.
There you go. Anna opens up the flap, but taking down Taker. Chai as well has gone down. Nah from the back. Tries to do as much as he can, but there is not much room. They try to revive Taken and Kai. Kai will be killed off. And Anna is still doing that, trying to avoid Ngah from trying to enter the circle. Tikan has been revived up. Sorry. So Angah now will try to step in. Bella goes for the push, but yes, that one has been pushed out. And Team LGD, Legendary Rumble, will slowly be taken out by the circle. Skyzoo is now moving in. LGD taken. Has been knocked down, I believe, knocked down by the circle. And the Legendary Rumble will slowly die off with the circle, as well as Eclipse. I don't think Eclipse has the time to enter the circle. They could still go for the med kit and Arlok, but I'm not so sure if Arlok's skill and inhalers will actually save him. I think Angah will die off to the circle. Yeah, Eclipse will die to the circle.
Yep. Well, looks like
You can see
maybe
from the kill
Argon.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angah maybe has the time. Angah!
Oh, wait.
I think he made it.
He may have just
Nope,
made
he-
it.
No,
Oh,
maybe
okay,
not. No, he
Maybe-
can't. He didn't. He died.
So 4 X-Men ended up dying there, it looks like, so they're going to be knocked out. Now Eclipse will be the next team to get taken out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now
only 5
down
teams
to
left.
our... Wait, baby Argon taking fire.
SAF doing their best. Trying to get that cheeky kills over the teams here.
Baby
Maybe
Argon
Argon.
taking critical damage.
Cobra
I think that's no
running
escape.
very low. Yeah, it's no escape right in the middle of the map. Phoenix will take this advantage, take this time to go into the new circle. Ajim has been knocked down. Meanwhile, Akix is now being pressured by not only Argon but as well as Special Army from the back. Meanwhile, Bosco is engaging on towards SAF. Phoenix with that VSS. I'm surprised that Special Army is still up.
Yeah, Special Army are still up. It looks like for now, no escape. They're trying to reposition themselves because look at Hazik. He's actually trying to backstab Phoenix here.
Hazik tries to go for a flank maneuver. Meanwhile, Special Army and Red McRory side by side. Special Army, everyone is actually jumbled up in one small spot. Rainy gets the knock on towards Judge. I know, that's a kill actually towards Judge. I think Judge was knocked by another team and Akik goes for that kill. Meanwhile, Cobra gets the knock on towards Force, and also Rainy has been knocked down. Cobra from far range with that silent M14 gets the knock on towards Kachi. There you go. Again, towards Kachi. Kachi has been knocked down, but there is still another member of Bosco inside there. Meanwhile, Hazik has pushed in on towards Panic. Cobra tries to defend his team's position right here. Could not get that headshot on the shotgun. Hazik's running very low, but he has the lower ground, so he has cover. And things are not looking good here for Argon as they have to jump down. And Cobra running very low, 4 HP left, but he managed to find cover. Hazik is still outside of the field again. Not on towards Hazik, also towards the kill. Hazik really needs to make a move. He doesn't have time, but he manages to actually enter the circle. Baby Argon is now no more. Only 2 squad left. Special Army and no escape. Minato has been knocked down. Now, where is Team Special Army? Sonic is doing his best, but no escape has pushed in, and no escape will gain the Booyah in Kalahari. 2nd time in a row.
Second time today, and that's going to be, I believe they're now sitting on 3 booyahs. And you're going to be so happy with this if you are no escape, because we've seen yesterday they were sitting on a ton of points. They were on top of the leaderboard. They were 30 points in front of 2nd place. And I think at this rate, if you're looking at this as a no escape fan, you got to be so happy because, again, no escape are going to be kings of the leaderboard. I don't think anyone's close to taking that crown away from no escape today.
But props goes to Special Army though. This team, they have been struggling. Yesterday they even struggled. They even struggled on the previous 2 maps, but this time around they managed to squeeze through the 2nd spot. And this Special Army is the team that is now ranking at the lowest 6. So you know, for the league stages, you need to be the top 12 in order to qualify for the finals. So coming into day 2, Special Army doing their better performance than yesterday actually. Even though in the previous 2 games, Special Army did not actually edged up to the top 5, but they did show some improvements, and the most is on that previous match in Kalahari. They get number 2. They played it well. They played it safe, and kudos to the team. squeeze through to the top 3.
Well, to everyone that's tuning into the broadcast, we are just about to jump into our last game of the day. It's between groups A and C, and of course, we're going to be finishing off on Purgatory. And of course, we've seen some shenanigans happen on Purgatory. It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to see a new Booyah again, because for groups B and C, we actually saw a brand new team get a Booyah for the first time. So could this be another option? It might be, because this map, not only is it huge, but it's the least played map so far. This is the first time, or at least this is the first day the teams are going to be playing on Purgatory, and especially in a league format, when you are playing with other professional teams, it's not like your usual pub games. You are going to know your opponents, you know where they're going to drop, and you know that you're going to have strategies. So let's see if we're going to be looking at a brand new team, or if it's just going to be another easy victory for one of our top end teams. Let's talk a little bit about the teams that performed in that previous matchup. Were you disappointed with anyone's performance?
AKO, definitely.
AKO, you thought they would do better?
Yeah. I was expecting them they could do better, but maybe the circumstances of where they were, with Argon giving pressure at Refinery, where Mr. D and Shura have no choice but just to stay in the same spot at one of the highest peak in Refinery. And once Team Argon already sweep through Refinery, then finally they maybe sort of like spot, okay, this is the only place where AKO will be, where they will be. So that's why, like, if they had maybe had a grappling hook to just get away from that particular area, maybe AKO could have a better placement in terms of placement points. But sadly, they were found out by Argon. Argon just pushed in, even though they got the kill on towards Jabat. That is 2 points towards them. But being eliminated number 10, I believe you get only 2 points from placement, or is it 3? So that's just very unfortunate for that team.
Yeah.
So I was expecting them to be better, but yeah.
You need those points now, and especially if you're one of those teams that is sitting on top of the leaderboard, to get pretty much nothing for points. That really hurts your placement, that you might not even make it. You know, there's always that risk where if you do well on the first 2 days, but then you botch it on the last day and you don't have enough points, that's going to be probably one of the most heartbreaking things as a team, to know that you worked so hard, but you missed out because of just a couple of mistakes. But it'll be down to the players as well. They need the mental fortitude to keep it going. The worst thing you can do going into a match is to be sad, to be let down, to be disappointed. You've got to go into every map with a fresh mindset, because when you're playing competitive Free Fire, you need to also feel confident. Because the last thing you want to do is to second guess your shots, to second guess your movements. So we'll just have to find out, as Purgatory is almost ready, I do believe.
Yes, that's true.
All
So
right,
I think we can go to Purgatory right now. Let's see. Last game of the day, week 1, day number 2. Previously, we've seen LCMY Gregory against the Booyah here, and also 4X Men. So let's see who will take up the Booyah here for Group A and C. I'm still expecting Argon to do something, but then again, we have to see how the play works.
I want to know where everyone decides to drop, because in the last 2 maps that we saw the teams play Purgatory, there were still lots of drops around the central point of the map. So I want to see if it's going to be the same in this matchup, or if we could maybe see some changes and more teams sort of spread out during the early game, just so that they can avoid that early game confrontation. It looks like so far we're not really seeing anyone drop next to each other. Looking on the screen right now, though, we do have Team 6 and 5. They're close-ish, but I don't think it's close enough to actually warrant any kind of confrontation. So it looks like it's going to be Bosku, Akko, and then we actually have Legend Rumble on the other side.
I see. All right. So Brasilia, Legend Rumble, AKO this time around drops in Brasilia as well. And I believe that is Special Army nearby as well. Meanwhile, in Lumber Mill is Eclipse and Genesis.
Is that 3 versus 3, or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's 3 versus 3. It's 3 versus... Yeah, it's 3 versus 3.
Yeah, so I guess Genesis lost a member as well. We're not quite sure if the players are missing out because of connection issues or or whatnot. But if we do get an update, we will let all of you lovely people at home know. But it looks like we could be seeing some confrontation already. Some pot shots thrown away onto the side. Oh, a little bit close there. Genesis looking to grab their first kill, but not quite enough.
Yeah, that's true. But Frank is pushing in. Frank heard some footsteps right outside. Yeah, he sees Abella as well. So there you go. Oh, but the headshot by Abella with the MP40. Oh.
That's going to be first blood as well, Admats. Oh, man,
Yeah,
he
bad
went out by
timing.
himself as well. He had no backup. And would you say that was a bit of a mistake play, or was it just Frank thinking he could confidently take out Abella by himself?
I think Frank was a little bit overconfident over his skills. I think that's the only thing. Because in that fighting situation, they were free to fight 1v1. But due to the fact that Abella manages to get that, I think, a couple of headshots with the MP40, because Abella drops Frank just like a quick, swift drop. So MP40 does not actually have the capability to do so unless you get a couple of headshots inside. So,
Abella's
a good
really...
skill.
I have to say, Abella's doing a number on Genesis. Him alone, not only has he been able to get a kill, but he's actually been able to push away Fee, and even Star is running away. So if you're Genesis and you are the ones to try and be aggressive and end up you're the ones running with your tail between your legs, that's not a good feeling.
Alright, meanwhile in Brasilia, it looks like Bosco. It's not a special Mima, but it's Bosco inside there, engaging on towards AKO, then gets the knock on towards Remember, and also a kill towards Kachit. So AKO gains 2 points right now. Kachit is now no more 14 Bosco. And Bosco, look at that. They have been surrounded by Team AKO.
Now, Auto Knockout are hungry for those kills, Admaths. And of course, they also have that one sniper waiting on the other side just to be the backup. Zen is there. So it looks like Shura's going to be leading for the team. Yep.
Yep, Shura tries to go for the engage, but whoa, grenade. Okay, Shura was lucky enough to avoid the grenade, but here comes AKO. Yep, here comes AKO. They want to engage on towards the second floor. Sawi is actually waiting behind the sofa. Tal will be the first engage. Now only Sawi that is left as Far Cry will be killed off soon enough. Now they need to find that last member. Where is that last member of Bosco? Trying to find around the area. But finally Zen has found Sawi. Then he'll be knocked out, but at the back, Shura comes in for the cover. And LCMY Bosco will be the first team eliminated in our game. And 4 kills goes to AKO.
Auto Knockout doing Auto Knockout things, looking for those kills, hunting. And that's going to be 8 points for Auto Knockouts. They're going to be pretty happy with that, as they are going to secure at least themselves some placement points. And they're all alone too, so this is now going to be a completely free zone for them to loot and look for their next prey.
Alright, so AKO may be showing the frustration over what had happened in Kalahari. Take it out over on Bosco.
Looks like Legend Rumble, they're actually hoping to try and run into conflict themselves. And I do believe 4 men are getting closer and closer to where Legend Rumble can be. It's mostly Manchai. I think he's the only one by himself. But is he scouting? It looks like he's looting for the team so far. I don't believe they have any vision or any knowledge of Legend Rumble as of yet. So let's hope he doesn't get potentially headshot heading back to his team.
Yeah, I hope so. So, knowing Legend Rumble, I think since that they managed to occupy Brasilia, so they will have some vacation time inside this town. Meanwhile,
I don't know if they want
AKO,
vacation time. We might see World War II break out, because look at where they're going towards. They're going towards Legend Rumble, and we know for a fact that Legend Rumble also like to fight.
But AKO, they're not sitting quiet right here.
No.
This is a different AKO from what we've seen yesterday. They've been quite active today.
I'm loving it.
4 X-Men as well, just watching through. But
They're
AKO,
getting closer. They're getting
Over
closer. Do they
aggressive
know? Look at Legend Rumble. They're all crouched.
oh, yep, they're gonna go into the same house. There you go, landmine has been activated. Now Team AKO knows there's someone inside here, because that landmine will not be simply be put there at the entrance without any kind of cause. So yep, they know. Yep, they heard the footsteps on the second floor. Engagement start. It was started by Legend Rumble. Grenade has been thrown. So that's not grenade. Flash has been thrown. Inhaler by Mr. D. No one's
I love how
outside
Foreman-
for Team AG. Sorry?
I love how 4 men are just camping out in the other house. They can hear the gunshots and they're probably thinking, let's just wait. Let's wait until somebody dies. And then maybe we'll think about their part.
The 3 tries to go for the corner shot. Nah, he's just waiting on the 3rd floor stairs. I don't think AKO can actually engage towards this. They have put Zen outside just in case anybody jumps out.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be hard for AKO to go in. Tries to go for the boost actually, AKO. A lot of resources has been used by Mr. D actually.
Yep, all the
2 men
action
outside.
happening in this house. No escape in the meantime, just going to be passing by.
Is AKO gonna force this? What AKO needs right now is just a flash to the 2nd floor.
Yep. Legend Rumble, they can't get that angle as well onto AKO. AKO, they've been so disciplined with trying to go up to the high ground. They don't just simply go up, they're peeking over, they're just getting a couple pot shots. All taken.
Shura gets taken down. And but anyways, on the other side of the map, Supreme Force has been eliminated by No Escape. Here comes AKO. Finally, they found room. They're gonna go for Legend Rumble, but look at Legend Rumble. Actually holds up pretty well right here. They are slowly eliminating AKO. Only 1 member left inside. And Mr. D actually runs away by LGDs. Founds Mr. D, and AKO will be the next team eliminated. A good effort here by AKO, but
It's tough. You got to make some decisions, and I'm going to say valiant effort. Valiant effort to try and go up onto such a difficult high ground like that, but they probably knew if they tried to run by, they'd get caught out anyway. Maybe Argon in the meantime, just going to mess around. Just be crouching. Although there is no escape nearby. I do believe that's a no escape flag coming in from the south, and they are slowly heading towards where Baby Argon could be. So we might be looking at another engagement here, Admaths.
yeah, and plus Baby Argon should not be fighting here because Special Army is actually there as well, nearby. So if let's say shots were fired, Special Army knows that there is a team that maybe they can actually come in as a 3rd party, pinning down them. So being in fields is actually very bad because there's not much cover here unless you get some occupation towards the houses. Like right now, Special Army gains the barn house, one of the barn houses in fields. So they will be staying here for quite some time, as the new circle right here, you can see from the left side of our screen, will be inside fields as well.
Yeah, and you can see 4 men, they're going to try and play it safe. They are not going to go up in the same area where they heard Legend Rumble take out their opponents. So they're going to go around the long way, the safe way, just so that they don't get potentially pinned while they're trying to head in towards that safe zone. And I do believe there's an Eclipse that I was seeing on the edge. There are a couple teams playing on the edge of the bubble again on this map, and they are, of course, playing as safely as they can. They don't want to get caught out. Although I'm still wondering, is there going to be any conflict between No Escape as well as Baby Argon, because they are still very close to each other.
Yeah, I don't think so just yet.
Yeah, looks like
Eclipse
Eclipse is really hugging the edge.
They're playing the safe side because they know they only have 3 members left. In terms of firepower, they might lose to anyone. The only team that they might not lose was Genesis, because Genesis had 3 as well.
Yeah, 3 versus 3. Right, so just going to continue to play safe. Legend Rumble, just going to go for that quick loot there and head back in undercover. Just play it nice and safe. No need to put themselves at risk. And No Escape still hanging around in the northeastern side of the map.
Alright, Legend Rumble. Lucky enough, there is airdrop nearby to them, so they could stock up and maybe change some weapons because of the drop. Fee still alive here, and surprisingly, Genesis from Lumber Mill made it out alive up towards nearby to Brasilia. Though they do not have any kind of kills, but maybe they can work it out, trying to get kills from placement.
Yeah, might just have to be the placement points that they're relying on here, looks like. Oh, Jabut's been spotted, taking quite a bit of fire there from No Escape. And I think this is going to be inevitable. There's nowhere to run if you're Baby Argon. They have to take on the kings of fighting, No Escape. We know what these guys do once they see blood. But the same thing can be said for Foreman. They're actually trying to go for a kill here onto Abella.
So Abella.
Oh.
See a member of our X-Men. So Eclipse. The other two remaining members are actually running away from the site. So only Abella will provide that distraction per se. But for X-Men, it's opening up a flank actually towards the right side. Abella, there you go. The flank is there. Manchai takes Abella down and Abella will be killed. Meanwhile, the other two members will try to play the support.
You might want to run away if you're Eclipse. Just continue to play it safe. Get those placement points. Don't engage. I think even at the cost of the teammates, they might just have to survive and say, guys, whoever survives needs to just continue to survive in this matchup. Yeah, so as you take a look at the map here, you can see that everyone is actually sitting on the west side of the map. The only team sitting on the right side is Baby Argon as well as SA.
Yep. They are in fields, so I think they will be fine just camping it out there. So action match again will be in Brasilia. You can see some ballsy moves here by No Escape.
Kai almost losing his life there. He's all alone as well. His teammates aren't there in case he does get dropped. Oh, hang on. We're seeing a little bit of action on the left side. I believe that was Eclipse. And I think Fee...
on towards Genesis.
Yeah, it looks like Fee may have been knocked down there. Oh!
I'm not so sure which member was there, but... Oh, it's actually Baby. Baby has been knocked down and killed. Maybe killed soon. Kai has the time to go for the revive. There you go.
Yeah. There's Kai.
Baby actually jumped. Yeah, Baby actually jumped towards Kai, before he died off. Oh, he died off. No, not died off, I mean knocked down.
Taking quite a bit of heavy fire here. Legend Rumble, they've got to get out of that field because they have no cover. They've only got a couple trees, but I think that's just going to be going to be lost. Only Kai and Baby left there for Legend Rumble.
Kai has an AWM. He can go for a... Oh, misses the shot. Hop. There you go. One shot to Hazik.
Big shot.
Yeah, but it's fine. Hazik can just recover back. There you go, treatment gun. Meanwhile, Eclipse and Genesis still at it though.
I think Genesis.
Oh, map. There you go. Alright, finally Genesis has been taken down. Eclipse as well.
Shut down.
Was nearby to Baby, Legend, Rumble. So Eclipse and Genesis will be taken down. So 5 teams
We're
left.
now down 5 teams left, 18 players still alive. And if you take a look at where No Escape are, they have such a good position on this high ground. They've got all this vision onto Legend Rumble. And the thing is, Legend Rumble cannot move. There's no cover if they leave that house.
So Circle is in favor of Argon, actually. So they just wait it out. And finally, No Escape eliminated Legend Rumble after a very long battle. But No Escape, 7 kills, 4 members still alive.
Oh, hang on. Looks like they're going to run right into where Baby Argon could be. But do Argon have that vision on No Escape? I don't believe they do yet. They killed. Oh, there we go. The couple of pot shots coming on through. But where are they coming from? Is that from Baby Argon?
No, from
Oh, there's
SA.
the knock.
Special
Wait,
Army
SA?
Sonic with the SVD. Yeah, from...
Yep, I see them on the road.
Yeah, there you go. Jabat as well. VSS. Tries to fire as much as they can. Try to break the glue wall actually. If only they have the glue wall snipe, then maybe they could actually get some knock on towards No Escape. So here, so the circle pressure towards Special Army as well as bullets flying off. Jabat has no time to recover actually. Jabat has to use inhalers. Alright. So you get Jabat, however. Jabat has been knocked down. Meanwhile, the other Jabat are gone.
the double T Jabat.
Yes. So Special Army is in a very bad spot. They have been pinned down by both Argon and also No Escape. Kunaz will be the last member be taken down, and there you go. Special Army at number 4. So now 3 teams left. Top 3. Let's go.
Yep, 3 teams are the top teams, and we currently have all of them with all of their members alive. All 3 teams Oh, looks like we're gonna get our first down. Hazik from No Escape actually getting dropped there. I do believe he will get res. Oh, Cobra actually getting knocked down as well, but I don't think anyone is going to. Oh no, we are actually down to 10 members.
Yep. So No Escape with
No
9 kills. They lost Hazik though.
You know, if you're No Escape, I think they'd be fine if they died here. They got plenty of points from all the kills that they managed to accumulate. Looks like the advantage, though, is going to be in favor of Foreman. Look at their positioning. They are going to be where the next circle is going to be. So it's going to be Argon and No Escape. They'll be vulnerable coming down that hill. There's no cover.
Yeah, I think this will be advantageous towards 4X-Men because the circle are with them. Argon as well is being pressured.
Shut down.
There you go. No Escape is no more. Now it's going to be Argon versus 4X-Men.
It's going to be 3 versus 4.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3 versus 4. 4X-Men can take their sweet time here as they are actually watching Argon struggling to enter the circle. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Argon is being pressured too hard to even try to enter the circle, and they will die off. 4X-Men will get the booyah in Purgatory. This is their second booyah in Purgatory.
Second booyah today, but I believe this is their 4th booyah overall. So they're actually leading with the most booyahs so far.
Mm-hmm. So Baby Argon is set at number 2. No Escape will be at number 3. So these 3 teams, the top 3 in our league, is had the top 3 in our Purgatory map.
Yep. Do you know how many kills 4 men ended up with in that final round? Would it have been like 6? Because they got
6,
most of the kills onto Baby Argon. Yeah. So 6 kills. Do they still... I think they'll still lead because No Escape, I think they finished with about 8, maybe 9 kills.
No, they
I'm
had
just trying to
10.
think. Was it 10 kills?
9 or 10 kills. Yeah.
9 or 10. I'm really interested to see the leaderboard just to see where they ended up finishing with all those points that they managed to get, because this was a pretty... Especially for the final teams, there were quite a few kills going to a couple of teams.
Mm-hmm. So now I think we need time to digest. So we're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. All right, after this, we're going to see how many points did they gain from that Purgatory map, and as well maybe the overall standing after finishing day number 2. So don't go anywhere. Free Fire Tri Nation Cup will be right back right after this.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso.
Thought you knew my story. This world is unjust and cruel. I want no more of it. That's why you're here. They say you like to pry, but I only see curiosity. People call you reckless. I say you have no fear, where others see your arrogance. I only see grit. They call you sly and hasty, but you bring the quick wit. Why are you here? For a bank, biggest of all. We're taking back what's been stolen, and it will be the greatest heist you ever joined. Get ready for Plan Bermuda.
E seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Gorilla.
alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via.
Tapi dia mati dengan circle. Now, Azik sekali lagi. Granat launcher balik berjaya mendapatkan kill 14. Untuk mendapatkan buaya di sini. Keluar telah dibuka. Titan ditekan dan juga ditekan. Dan
Hello, welcome back to our league stage. Well, by the way, we already end of every games that we have today, which is our day 2 league stage, and we have 6 games today in 3 series. By the way, I would like to highlight the last game because when I watch it, actually I have a little bit disappointed with AKO because I think they can actually do so much better. Because in the day 1, like yesterday, they played really well, and then comes today, they are playing more aggressively, I can see, but AKO actually able to put some kill points into their own pockets. But the problem is they are not getting like really low placement point. So what is your opinion in this, Nmath and Danily, or what should they do at this stage?
I think the reason why AKO did not perform on that map is because they were forced engaging Legendary Rumble. They know it's hard for them to actually go to that second floor because Legendary Rumble was like safeguarding that stairs really well. I think, in my opinion, if AKO were to, just be like, okay, never mind, we can't do this. Let's just find somewhere else to get kills from. And maybe there's a possibility that AKO would still be in that top, at least in top 5, in my own opinion. So just because they were forced engaging onto a Legendary Rumble, they have to pay a price of dropping early from our lobby.
Yeah, it kind of sucked too because when they chose to enter that building as well, they had to commit to the kills because if they tried to leave, that would have just been free kills for Legend Rumble anyway. So I think once they realized that they couldn't easily penetrate the high ground, they said, guys, we have to YOLO, we have to YOLO, we have to try. If we die, then we can't get anything else out of this. So I think in that case, it was a case of AKO, they tried to make a play, they realized it was a mistake a little bit too late, but they had to commit. It's one of those things where you just have to say, you're either in or you're not in, and they chose to be in at that point.
In this opinion, I think Nmath and Danily will be two different players. So to Nmath, probably Nmath will think, okay, I should find a way out in this point because I am not taking advantage at any cases because I'm at the lower ground, But Danily is like, okay, I'm here already. I have to make this because when I go out, I will die. Why not I stay here and try to fight, right? So probably you will be different player too as our viewer. By the way, now I see the scoreboard as we have watched the game 5 and game 6. I probably think that and No Escape and as well 4X-Men will be leading the board once again. Will be top 1 and 2. What about number 3? Who do you think will be taking the spot of number 3?
Mm.
That's a hard one because most of the
Because
kills actually went to the top 2 teams.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's gonna be for X-Men and No Escape, no doubt will be on the top. I
Yeah,
think
correct.
BB Argon would still maintain, but there's a slight chance that H2G might slip in there towards number 3.
Hmm.
I think that makes
So I
sense.
think I think our scoreboard already done. So probably we will now see who is gonna be the top 3. All right, No Escape number 1. Baby Argon is at number 2. Oh, this one
This
is
is
game
after the
2. I'm
second game.
sorry. Okay, so in
Yeah.
game 2, No Escape getting the Booyah with total point 44. Baby Argon is 27, Special Army 21, Supreme Assault Forces 16, Eclipse 16, and LCMY Boss Crew 15.
No Escape got
By
14
having
kills.
that, we have 7.
Yeah.
Legend Rumble, we have total 8 points. Auto Knockout, 8 points. For X-Men Esports, 6 points. Genesis All-Star, 3 points. And Sorry Meta Esports, 0. New Boys, A, 0. Sorry Meta and New Boys actually pulled themselves out in this competition today. So yeah, we only have 10 teams. All right, so this is the match 2 result. Okay, for X-Men Esport able to score the Booyah in this round with 34 points in total. No Escape, not bad. Placement number 3 once again in top 3 in these 2 games. Placement point 15, total killing point 18 with 33 total points. Baby Argon 17, 8 points comes to the kill, 25 in total. Legend Rumble 20 in total, Eclipse 16 in total, Special Army MY 13 in total. Auto Knockout AKO 12 points, Genesis All Star 8 points, SAF 3 points, Bosku 0, New Boys 0, Sorry Meta 0. Alright,
There's the
this
overall.
is the overall standing in day 2.
Man,
That
I was
is
close.
so insane. 222 to No Escape. That's like 20 points apart from 4X-Men Esport. To me, 4X-Men already did very, very well. Honestly, they performed really well in 2 days, but still, that is a distance from No Escape. They are tremendously playing great for 2 days. And Baby Argon get 186 at the third. Hard to get 157. Auto Knockout 155. AV Elite 127 in total. And for the overall scoring for 7, LCMY Gregory 124, Eclipse 120, Roll Squad 120, Exa Dream Team 118, Legend Rumble 103, Supreme Assault Forces 100. To our 13, LCMY Boss Crew 94 in overall, Bloody Hate able to score 90, Special Army MY 85, Sorry Meta Esport 43, Genesis All Star 32, New Boys A 31. All right, here comes to our overall leaderboard. So, yeah, have you expect that No Escape actually scored 200 or more? 222.
It was
I
expected.
think we
No
expected this.
Yeah, No
That's right.
Escape and 4X-Men. Even the viewers are expected to these 2 teams to break the 200 points for the first week. I was expecting maybe hard to get number 3, but apparently Baby Argon manages to hold their points from yesterday to still maintain a number 3. And I think one of the impressive jumps that we see is from Auto Knockout. From 7th place yesterday, now 5th. Top 5 after 4 games that they have played.
So I think because I didn't really expect that No Escape can be staying still today, because today is only Kalahari and Purgatory. So No Escape, obviously they are playing really well in Bermuda, but when it comes to Purgatory, as I must say, probably they will be more disadvantaged in that, because maybe they train lesser in that map or something. So I was like, okay, so maybe No Escape couldn't make it to top 3 today, or just going down to 2. But yeah, they are still making it through at the top 1. That is insane. Especially in game 5, they are playing really well. No Escape, because they only left with 3 members, and then playing with as a team 3 members, right? 6 of them playing at the last, is it? So what is the skill in there for No Escape to score that in game 5?
I think they have improved their pathing inside Purgatory. Yeah, I think because they try their best to enter the circle as early as they can and keep any enemies coming in. So maybe that is the reasons why they can hold off in Purgatory. Because we've seen in our matches time and time again where No Escape is actually catching people not by engaging to a compound. There's only once or twice we see No Escape catching people in a compound, but most of the time they catch people coming into the circle or trying to reposition within the vicinity nearby to No Escape. That's why they could actually get that particular lead in terms of kill and also placement as well.
It kind of feels like they're trying to execute their strategy in Kalahari onto Purgatory as well, because the main reason that No Escape really wins Kalahari is that they are so good at camping. If they find a spot where they know that they can sit there for the next 5 minutes, if they can, 10 minutes, they can grab so many kills because they are so good at not only spotting, but also figuring out where people are going to come to kind of come in from. And so they are actually, I think, if anything, they're really good at gatekeeping. They find a spot, if they know that they can sit there, then that is perfect. And it felt like today they were kind of figuring out what were some spots that they could make use of on Purgatory. It was a bit rough, but I think at some point we're going to start seeing them just pull off the same strat in Purgatory, which is find a spot, gatekeep.
Yeah, that's
All right.
true.
So I think they know that they are probably weaker in these 2 maps, and then they find another tactic to deal with that. So yeah, so No Escape, really they deserve this spot at the first steal on the second day. So this is all about our late stage day 2 for this week. And as well, anything you wanted to shout out to MF and Daniely?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good. I guess to all of our viewers. So you mean like a shout out to the viewers? Is that what's yeah? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'll speak on behalf of Ad Matheson. Everyone, thank you so much for watching the broadcast. It was amazing watching today's games. As always, make sure you watch Ad Math's stream. I think he's streaming it again tonight. Have you got your banknote yet? Have you got your banknote?
Not yet.
No.
No.
Okay.
Postmortem analysis.
Donate stars to Ad Math so he can get his last banknote. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream, and hopefully to everyone that's playing Free Fire tonight, hopefully all of you wonderful people watching get booyahs.
Yeah.
All right. So to those who ever didn't know about this, actually in this league stage, for the champion is gonna get 2,000 USD dollar. So even though you couldn't make it to final stage, you still get something. You know, from 2,000 we go to 1,008 for second place in league stage. 1,006 for third, 1,004, and continuously you get something at least in this league stage. So whether you perform well to the final stage or not, you're still the best 18 teams in this FFTC. So once again, thank you so much to all our viewers. Thank you. And hopefully we will see you in the next week, because we will still going on with the best 18 teams and see who are coming back, or maybe No Escape will be remaining their throne there, right there, staying in the first spot. So maybe we can expect something else more in the next week. So I will see you in the week 2 League Stage Tri-Nation Cup, and I'll see you with Booyah and MF and Dali.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.